Hey, hello guys. Good
Hello.
morning.
Morning.
How's
You
it
know,
going in Kentucky this morning, you two?
Lip smacking good.
so, yeah, everything is ready. You guys are gonna play each other, I think, and I'm gonna commentate.
he
We're
switched
still
it up. We're,
missing Matt
we're gonna play
Canik,
now.
but yeah, I think it's gonna be you and Joe, and I'm going to be commentating for YouTube. So I'm gonna let you guys get ready for your game. I'm sure you're super excited.
So wait, what
and
is this gonna be like our 25th game so far this trip, Joe? I've lost track.
Not quite that many. No.
Close.
what's the current record?
Oh, he's way ahead. I made a lot of mistakes early on.
We had a few
All
really good
right.
games last night, though.
So what
Yeah,
what prompted this trip? Like what is this? Like you guys were both in
I
New
was
Mexico, right?
driving across country anyway. It's a long story. You don't really want to hear the whole reason, but I was driving across country with my ex Laura, and when I talked about doing that, Mac mentioned he would be at home, and we were just kind of passing through. So I said, you know what? Why don't I stop here? She can go the rest of the way herself. And that's what happened. Get some
That's
practice in.
awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Yeah, I totally get the idea of wanting to play a lot of Scrabble prior to a nationals just to get ready. So, anywho,
Yeah.
are you guys ready to play? I'm ready to commentate.
Anytime.
I think so. Yep.
Cool.
So
So,
actually, you know what, Joe? I think you're on commentating mode. So let me come outside and switch you over to playing mode. Just I'll be
Oh,
muted.
okay.
Yeah. So one sec, Josh. Let me just go help Joe out outside and then come right back.
sounds good. Hi, it's just me now. So this is very early for me. I've been pretty nocturnal last couple of weeks, but gonna make it work. And yeah, hopefully we get Canik in here as well. If he ever wakes up, us tall people, it's tough. It's tough to wake up in the morning, right? Let's see what's happening in YouTube. We got R. Seward, we got Rumpel, we got Judy, we got Billy. Um, yeah, got a lot of people here. Welcome in. We also have Josh Greenway doing everything behind the scenes, of course. This is his YouTube channel. This is his bread and butter. So I expected that if Mac and Joe were playing a series, that Mac would be ahead. I think Mac is probably the favorite to win one, if not both, of the championships this summer. And actually, we just heard from Matt Canik. Okay, cool. So he might be popping in here pretty soon. And they've started their game. So let's watch Mac, and it's gonna be difficult. Mac, Matt, Joe. Joe is easier. So yeah, the first game has begun. Happy Wander versus Olo, and yeah, let's jump into that game whenever we can. So Mac is first, and I don't think you guys see it yet, but he has ABIOOST. Uh, so he's probably going to play Biota. Um, yeah, we'll wait to see. We'll wait to see when the game is live. Oh gosh. Oh, you guys really want to see Joe's rack? Joe's rack right now has a lot of blanks on it. So we'll see how quickly he comes up with a bingo. So this is going to be it's 15-minute game to start things off. We might do 10-minute games a bit later. There we go. So no Joe at the tournament today. So Joe was supposed to play a tournament, I guess, today, and he's not there. Okay, he decides to play Ebonized, and Mack's turn here. You might just there might be some 8-letter word here, but I think opposite was blocked. I don't I don't see an 8-letter word, so Mac might just play like PAP above the E, B, and O, or something like that. Let me see. Am I missing something? No, but actually, oh, it's interesting. Okay, because just the P and the O to keep the really, 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 really powerful AEPST leave. So that's probably what he's deliberating about um, at the moment. So it's interesting. That's what he does. Yeah. So that's a really, really strong set of 5 tiles. So he's quite likely next turn to be able to use all of his 7 letters and get a bingo. Joe is going to want to play a little bit defensively, but he can't really. So he decides to play Vice. He could have played Civi in that same spot, but that would have hung the C tile in the triple lane. So he decides to take a more conservative route, but score a lot less in the process. That's an 8-point sacrifice. Is it an 8-point or is it a 6-point? I think it's a 6-point sacrifice. I don't know how to do math. Mac drew a J, so he's not going to bingo. He plays Jupe. And now, yeah. Score's pretty close. And what is Joe going to do? Joe is Olo, by the way. I mean, I already said that, but I think people see Mack Meller at the very least. But Joe is quite the bit more anonymous. I think this might be his first time playing on Woogles. Of course, if you know anything about North American Scrabble in the last 40 years, you know who Joe Edley is. Wow, that's true. If Civi would have played, that would have given Mac a crazy bingo of CAJEPUTS. So just showing how the how inference works, how Scrabble defense works, how just adjusting to your opponent works by playing Vice in this particular iteration of things. Joe saved himself a huge amount of trouble. He's played. Okay, Joe's played on Woogles before, but he couldn't remember his handle. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, Mac finally bingos and takes the lead. But Joe now has a variety of high scoring options with his Y and his W. Be interesting to see what he chooses. YOW somewhere makes sense, but he could play it under Louis or atop of the ED of Smarted. And I don't actually know what I would do here. He decides to take the extra point. Yeah, that's reasonable. It's hard to tell which of those two spots is more dangerous. In either case, Mac's going to be able to score pretty well this turn. But yeah, he could be farming Mac. We'll see. We will see. Alex Dings. Yeah. There's a comment right there. Might well be. I mean, we're not playing that many games today, but yeah, Joe, of course, is incredibly strong player, and he will be playing. I don't actually know if he's playing both the World Cup and the Nationals. I know he's playing. The World Cup. Okay, he's playing both. He's playing both national tournaments. Joe right now located on the West Coast. He lived in New York for the longest time. But yeah, I guess it makes sense he'll be driving back through Vegas. So that's really awesome because he's been pretty inactive ever since he moved out west. So it's great to see him back on the scene. Mac's taking a while this turn. He's probably not super happy with just playing Za under Louis. He's trying to look for something better, but yeah, it turns out that Za is probably just fine here. Joe's going to bingo, I think, if he doesn't miss that A in Smarted. Yeah, so something like rationed. Maybe that's the only thing, actually. We'll come down. Very good. And if there's a bingo here, Mack's going to play it relatively quickly. Sudorial is not a word. That'd be nice. Do the D. So all three of us are playing both. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Mack's playing both for sure. I'm playing both for sure. No, Joe's playing both for sure. So the Word Cup in Albany, which is in less than 2 weeks. Super exciting. And the Scrabble Players Championship in Las Vegas is what we were talking about. I'm actually playing 3 championships. I'm probably the only person here playing 3. Well, that's so long as I qualify for the Worlds. After the Scrabble Players Championship in Las Vegas, there is the World Championship as well. And that will be played in the CSW lexicon. Right now, these games are being broadcast in the NWL lexicon. Apparently, there are basically only 10 people, maybe 11 people doing what I'm doing. So that's pretty cool. Mac plays Joal. Yeah, good way to score with his low scoring letters that don't seem to make anything. And wow, look at that rack for Joe. Oh my goodness, what a find of Kirsch through the U. That was not on my radar at all. It still plays after Joal. Holy mackerel. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't say mackerel if Mac's not the one making the play. Holy Joe something. And Radix for 63. So both players scoring extremely well with the high point tiles. And Joe gets no love from the tile bag. Still has 7 consonants. Wow. So it's pretty much an even game here. Joe's probably going to want to either play off 3 of those, 4 of those, or exchange. Maybe just bring through one of the I's. That looks terrible, keeping the V and 2 T's. I don't know. I might exchange here. The board has some life to it. I think if Joe keeps the B and the R, he could have kept the B and the R for the spot above Joal, making Bus and RAH. If he simply draws an A, he would have had Brat there for 43. But he decides to put something on the board, score some points. He's winning by around 24. And I think he just blocked. Did he just block Mac? What does Mac have here? I don't know if Mac actually had anything. But if Mac did have something through the I and the O, obviously that was just blocked. So yeah, interesting spot. I think Mac's maybe just going to opt to play. Yeah, he blocked utilizing his 9 letters. Chat's confusing me. Yeah, speaking of just scoring points, Mac might just play putting the S on Joal for 34. He could do that. He could also play through the V, play loving. Weird newish word. You can now spell love as a verb with UV as well as with the traditional spelling of LOVE. But yeah, linguist was blocked. There you go. That's more like it. I knew there was something, I just couldn't find it. So very good. Joe has made 2 plays this game that might seem a little bit suspicious from the standpoint of points plus leave, which we call equity. The play of Vice was the first one, sacrificing a load of points, but that ended up working out in his favor. And once again, sacrificing his leave of VTT just to play Bring. And look what he's drawn, AAAW. Some very weird draws, and the game is just tied. This is a really good game to start things off. This might be the closest game we have. We're doing a round robin, so we're all going to play each other once. And I think that'll be the entire stream. But yeah, starting off with a really, really good game here. Joe plays Ava. So again, just opting to score points. That's 24. Mac has a much better rack here, but does he have something through the N? Oh, short playoff at the end might happen as well. Interesting. That's what I'm hearing from Josh, our producer. Yeah, Mac does have a bingo here through the N, but it hasn't hit the board yet, and he's also pretty low on the clock compared to Joe. But yeah, Stammened is a kind of awkward formulation of letters, but I mean, if we know anything, it's that Mac knows all. He's seen all the words, he knows all the words, pretty much, even despite not studying for the past like 5 years. Yeah, there you go. He finds Stammened and takes a 40-point lead on a board that's rapidly losing scoring and bingo spots. So, yeah, except for... Yeah, Few is a really high-scoring play, though. Bringing Joe right back into... I was going to say, like, save for some... Actually, with the amount of tiles left in the bag, this sort of gives Joe the advantage. Because unless Mac plays... And he has the word Cineole on his rack, it doesn't fit. But unless he plays 6 of his letters, I guess he could also play 5. The idea here would be to leave as few tiles in the bag as possible to minimize Joe's counterplay and try and be the first person in the endgame to play out. So the fewer tiles you leave in the bag for your opponent, the more likely it is that you can create a sequence on the next turn, 2 moves, which is the ideal scenario in most Scrabble endgames. So yeah, I think ideally Mac would play 5 letters. What if he plays LOCIE? Under the S and the T of Stammen, making SITE. That doesn't look fantastic because it does give back a free triple. But if Joe only plays 3 tiles on the O, he'll be left with 6 tiles in the end game. So I would give Mac the advantage there. He could also play this cool word of enolic under the V and the A. That's what he does. Okay. For 23 points, that might be even better. Leaving 2 in the bag, and now Joe is left with very low scoring tiles. That's very unfortunate. There was an F to be drawn, an H, there was a K, there was a Y, and Joe's avoided all of those tiles. So it looks very likely that he's not going to be able to score enough now, which is, again, a reason to play a play such as enolic, is if you catch Joe with stuff, he doesn't have time to consolidate his rack. And that's going to be the case here. It really doesn't seem possible to win this game now for Joe, just because he has no scoring options. Like, the best he can do is score 24 points with TITIAN in that same spot on the second to bottom row, making SITANAN. That scores 24 points. That'll tie the game, but he's going to need to draw something very good for his last 2 tiles to threaten to go out next turn and score a lot. So let's say he draws FE. So this is what Joe has to be thinking about here. If he draws FE or something like that to his play of Titian, he might be able to outscore Mac. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good option. I don't know how often it works, but it's probably the best he's got. So we're talking about the play of TITIAN at 14B, if you know your Scrabble coordinates, 14B. That word will leave Joe with just an R. Yeah, that leaves him with just an R. So he wants to draw an E. Huh. Yeah, he wants to draw an E and maybe the F. If he draws the F and the E, he at least threatens to play ref underneath for 25. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to draw. Like, we'll have to see what he plays and what he draws. But this game is entirely dependent on Joe's next draw, and it needs to be a good one. Yeah. Not really sure what else he would do. I mean, that's his highest scoring option. That's the option that he has that gets him closest to going out next turn. Like we said, if you leave fewer tiles to draw, you're likelier to go out first. So that's why maybe the play of Enolik, I don't know, it's really weird. I don't know if the play of Enolik was right. It looks very strong. Occasional lag on the stream. Oh, that's too bad. Enolik looks really strong. I still don't know. Maybe LOCIE was stronger. Huh. Yeah, this is a really good game to start things off. I think the next game is going to be me versus Joe. I think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I'd be very curious what is in the bag here. Joe has a lot of time. He played the beginning of the game pretty quickly, which means I think we could probably drop the timer down for the next games. But yeah, now he's taking the time he needs to take in this position. So I think we're going to do 10-minute games from here on out. But this is a good way to slow our way into slow dance our way into this broadcast. So I hope everyone's doing well. I've got my tea. I can't wait to see what Joe does. But it's just been back and forth. Joe opened with a very nice double bingo of Ebonized. And the play of Kirsch, I think, is the best play that's been made so far this game. Yeah, the Q without, it's not a Q without U word, but it basically is in the same category as the Q without U words because it's not really, like Q U words always have some sort of vowel in them in the English language. This is I think an Arabic word, or something, maybe like it could be it could be Urdu, it could be, I don't know, it's probably Arabic. Kirsch. And Tizia does come down, but okay, KER. So that's similar to the REF, but he's going to have fewer options to go out. He has KEIR through the I in Titian, but what else does he have? Here. Okay, so he does have outplays, but they don't score as much. But he still might be good. This still might be good enough. KEIR is 16, so max play will have to either block that or go somewhere else and score enough that the score minus the letters on max rack times 2, because he's losing that value and giving it to Joe as well as losing it. Those is the rules. His best play is 30 points, probably, just overlapping with FEH. And then with Kier through the YE, that's 13, giving Joe 16. Is this going to be a win by 1 for Mac? Oh my goodness. If my calculations are correct, man, I think Mac's going to win this game by 1 point. Am I missing something? As long as he plays YEH or FEH on top of Titi, and it doesn't matter, making ET and HI. And yeah, KER. Wow. KER is going to go out for 13 points. Well, whatever happens, I think that's what's going to happen. But this has been a formidable start to the stream. This game could have gone either way. Yeah, wow. Wow. What to say? Both played a really, really good game. Joe had the more, I would say, nuanced moves this game. The play of Vice and the play of Bring were what I would describe as nuanced plays. And they certainly worked out for him, but it's just not enough to... Barely enough. Yeah, Kier is the only outplay. YEH is barely enough to win. That's crazy. Through the YE on the middle right of the board. Wow. All right. Well, that's what's up. 1 point win. It's going to be 405 to 404 if Joe finds his outplay. He doesn't really have any way to score with the K. So there's no weirdness here, allowing Joe to somehow not go out and still have a chance of winning. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for Joe. He played a really good game. Both players played incredibly well. So what can you do? Crazy start. Well, if you don't like this, you don't like North American Scrabble. That's what I would say if I was an NBA commentator or a paid Scrabble commentator. Wait, Kier is 13. Yeah, Kier is 13 and gets 16. Still a 1 point win in my calculating mind, Billy. Oh, thank you for quoting me, Josh, behind the scenes. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we got a subscriber count here. Are you guys subbing to the YouTube channel? It's free. It makes no sense not to, unless you hate Scrabble. But people who are watching this, you can't. Like, there's no way. I don't believe you if you say you hate Scrabble. Yeah. But you probably don't love Scrabble as much as me. Just saying. That quote is from a commentator that got canceled. Hey, let's separate the art from the artist, I guess, right? That's what we're doing here. But he would say that a lot. It would actually get on my nerves. So, hey. But thanks for the extra info, Billy. Tina sometimes hates Scrabble. Yeah, but you can't. Overall, you gotta love this game. Joe is he's just stalling. He's trying to find something that isn't there. I don't blame him. I think Matt is here. Yeah, Matt is here. Here he is. Hello.
Yeah. How's it going,
Oh,
Josh?
nice background. Are you in Bikini Bottom over there?
I am. Yeah, I'm in my pineapple under the sea right now. I'll show you my pants. They're square, I promise.
How you doing, man? Are you
I
ready
am
for
doing
this?
great. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. Sorry to join in just a minute late or so, or 40, but we're here. Looks like I missed a wild game, man. There's going to be a one-pointer, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't describe this game as wild. The finish is wild. But yeah, it's just been a really just good game of Scrabble. Yeah, just very good plays from both sides. And highlighting again the best play that I think occurred this game was Kirsch. Yeah, that was Joe. He found Kirsch through a U, and also as he makes his outplay, that's going to lose by 1. Very unfortunate. Also, it still played after max play of Joal. So Joal was on the board, and Kirsch came down for I think
Whoa.
68 points. Yeah,
That is enormous.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's a nice find. Wow. 405, 404. Wow, what a game.
We have a nice quote from YouTube here from Mr. Hatsuka1. Welcome in. Scrabble hates you. I know a lot of people think that. What's up, guys? Welcome back. What a game. Thank you for that. That was quite the treat.
Yeah, that was quite a good game. Yeah. Oh, Joe Pauly is still on the playing. Let me go get him set up. But yeah, that was quite a game. Oh, you want to just come in here, Joe?
So they're just going to switch
Yeah,
places.
you
Joe
just
and
come in
Mac,
here. We'll
if you're
talk
just
about the game
joining,
for a minute.
What
they're
a
both
game!
in
That was
Kentucky.
crazy.
That was a great game.
Hold on. That was a really good game.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah. Wow.
Awesome.
Man.
Awesome.
Yeah, well done. Well played to both of you. I really don't have anything to say.
Clavern, you saw both of them?
Clavern through the
Clavern, you blocked Clavern.
through the
Yeah, both Kier and Clavern.
Yeah, I mean I had to go there anyway, so yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah,
What a
it's
game. I
crazy.
couldn't see anything better than Kier. I don't know.
Well, wait, Clavern? No, how through this? You had
Clavern.
KRE. You couldn't have had.
Oh,
You wouldn't have worked.
you're
No.
right. You're right.
No,
Never
you-
mind.
yeah.
I was
I was
thinking,
like, wait, what?
I was thinking Kier and Clavern, but you're right.
No, because I just
Never
bought Kier. Yeah, I saw you go out. And, I mean, you have to go out, obviously.
I know,
What was
yeah.
really funny is, Joe,
Oh,
your 2 outplays were
Yeah.
Kier. Both of them were Kier.
Right,
Like,
just
they
Kier.
were what are homonyms? Is that how you call it? They
Yeah.
both are
Yeah.
pronounced the same way. Anyways,
yeah.
really nothing to say. Kirsch was a great play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joe made 2 plays that I might not have made that both worked out much better than the plays I would have made. So the play of Vice and the play of Bring were 2 maybe questionable moves from a standpoint of whatever, like leave value and points, but they both blocked massive things. So if Joe, you had played instead Civi to the E and Ebonized, that would have given Mac Cajiputs.
Oh,
the
yeah.
C.
Yeah, you kept AES. I was hoping for a C or a K.
I played safe. What can I tell you? I've seen too many of his triples.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Anyways, great game. So who do we have next? Who's playing next? Are we gonna get Matt playing or commentating? It's me and Joe? Okay. So it's me versus Joe. So I think Joe's gonna take Mac's place, and Mac and Matt are gonna commentate. It's gonna be very hard throughout this entire broadcast to say Mac and Matt in the same
I'm
sentence.
just gonna go get Joe set up to play on the other computer. But Matt, do you know Joe's Woogle's handle? It's just Olo OLO.
OLO, and mine is Matt, MATT. That's real tough.
Wow,
Great.
I never would have thought that would be you. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Yeah, if you just match Joe, then I'll get him all set up there, and then I'll come back.
But it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me and Joe. So I'll match him. All right.
Yeah, I'm super fortunate I'm not playing after that because I don't know how I could follow that game up. So the pressure's on you instead, Josh.
Sounds good.
Good
Great.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's good to have you in here. It's good to have everybody watching. Yeah, what to say? Am I supposed to put overtime? Are we playing with overtime? I don't usually play with overtime. That's what I want to know. I'd rather not. I'd rather just do 10 minutes straight. But I know that sort of takes people by surprise. I think against, I'm gonna do no overtime. Hopefully Joe doesn't run out of time. So I'm gonna match him now. And when the game starts, I'm gonna let you guys watch it, I guess. All right. So here's the link, Mr. Josh. I'm posting the link, and we're off to the races. Goodbye, everybody. See you guys soon.
And then I am good to go. All right. Can you hear me, Matt?
I can hear you just fine. How can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, and our viewers at home, hopefully we get another great game. You know, Scrabble give it, then Scrabble take it the way. Sometimes you get the blowout, sometimes you get the squeakers, but we're hoping to keep things as entertaining as possible for y'all.
Yeah, last one was a hell of a game for sure. It was pretty tight the whole way. But yeah, the pre-end game was really interesting for sure. And I was just talking to Joe a little bit about his play of Titian there, and yeah, I think it was I purposefully tried to leave 2 in the bag as opposed to 3 to put him in a tougher spot, because with 3 in the bag, it would have been pretty easy, I thought, for him to play off 2 tiles like with a K or an H and score well and leave 1 in the bag, which is of course trickier than having none in the bag. So I think that worked out well. But yeah, really crazy finish.
Yeah, I think you can make a whole video and a half about that game, and I think that's probably going to get done at some point by Josh and the Let's Play Scrabble crew. But we got
Maybe,
another one,
or maybe even on my YouTube channel. You never know. But yeah, that was
right.
a heck of a way to start things off. But we should move on. So interesting play by Josh there, changing 1,
One, holding.
I believe
snort.
he kept snort plus an O. He kept.
So, oh wow, okay.
So
I mean,
it hits with all the vowels except an O.
Yeah.
Interesting play. I mean, I think it makes sense.
It does, yeah. There's a lot of stuff.
Joe will be bingoing here with, let's see, I see Salvate immediately. There's probably something that doubles the V. Abvolts.
Abvolts, yeah, that'll do it. It's going to put the S right there on the star, which you don't like to do, especially after a change 1 from Josh. But you have to imagine he's likely holding a bunch of 1-pointers, maybe a 2-pointer. He'll go with Salvate instead there, giving up some points. Whether it's tactical or Abvolts is a really tough thing to see too.
That's especially. I mean, normally, I would definitely play Abvolts after an exchange 1, like you said. It is more debatable. But yeah, I think Josh has missed here. I don't believe there are any 8s.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it at all.
Hornitos. Yeah. Or wait, Thorons. What are we doing?
Oh, Thorons, yeah, just play a 7.
Yeah.
I start looking for 8s.
I got too hung up on looking for 8s. Yeah, here's Thorons. What are we doing? Yeah, of course.
All right, and that's cool because I've been playing a ton of Fire Emblem recently, and Thoron is a long-range thunder magic in that game, so neat. And Thorons does come down, so neat play by Josh, and it works out just fine. Noorst. That's one for y'all at home. Look at a 6-pile leave and actually go through and think about how many letters you're going to hit with. Do I hit with an A, an E, an I? You can do the consonants too, but that's a lot more cumbersome. At least look at the vowels, the stuff you're real likely to draw. And cool play by Josh, and a bingo start after an exchange 1.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess I had missed this, but I guess Joe had exchanged also to start, I think, because he was first.
Okay.
I think
we cut the game
I don't know how many.
About 30 minutes in. It looks like Joe is the first player. So change, bingo. And now this looks like we're going to have a neat turn. I'm not seeing a bingo here. Do you see one, Mac?
No, I'm pretty sure not. And yeah, Neem makes a lot of sense. It scores is a lot of points. It scores probably about 40. BLR, not a great leave, but not terrible. They go pretty well together. If he can pick up a Valor too, he should be just fine.
Oh, and then Josh has a fun rack here. JKZ all together. Wow. I mean, Jokey comes down.
I hate ZU together in general, though.
Yeah. Is there a way to score more points?
You could play Jock, keeping SRZY, but it's a little constant heavy. I'm looking to see if there's a way he can set up his Z, maybe, but I'm not seeing it immediately.
Yeah, without a lot of vowels, it's tough to set up almost anything here.
Yeah. You could also play Zook, but the J is so much worse than the Z. I can't imagine that's.
Yeah, correct. The K is reasonably strong next to Thorons too. I mean, it's not the best thing, but almost a guaranteed 34, so maybe more.
Yeah. How about this? I guess Jury doesn't really play anywhere.
No. This is tough.
Huh. Yeah, they're only playing a 10-minute game.
Yes, they put it down to 10. And I don't know if Joe has been informed, but Josh said it with no overtime. So 1 second over is a forfeit loss.
Oh, wow. I hope Joe plays pretty fast anyway, so I think he'll be okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
I think I'm most tied to Zook here or Jock here. One of those two. I
Either.
don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes. I think Jock is strong because there's only right 2 S's are already gone, so it sets up his
and it
S, which
sets
is
up your
really
third
cool.
one, holds the Z with it. I think that's reasonable, and you're
Yeah.
scoring pretty well next turn. Ooh, that's tough.
And X bomb comes down immediately.
Yeah. Woof.
And then Yez and Rez and Mole for like 60, I expect will come down pretty quickly now. Unless there's anything with like ZY. But I don't see it.
Yeah, I think Yez is going to come down, and I think after Joe makes his next play, or maybe right now. No, Yez came down. Mac, after the next play, just if you could walk into the next room and notify Joe, like you cannot go over, you will immediately forfeit. That's good for him to know.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, once he makes his move, once Josh is thinking.
Yeah. Once Josh is back on the clock.
Let's see. I don't see anything great through that O.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that either. I mean, few is like the only thing that really fits there, and all of a sudden this board, which was wide open, is really getting shut down.
Yeah, you're right. Is there a bingo? Oh, I should go.
Yeah.
I'll go see it. Yeah.
Let him know real quick, and
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we might have a lot of points on our hand this game. We're at 185 to 160, and we don't have a lot of stuff on the board. We've already bombed the Z, bombed the X, and hit 2 bingos. I wouldn't be surprised to see 900 come down cumulative score in this game. Yeah. I can see something like Chow's, Chouse, I believe that's good, come down from D1. The S is very strong, though, and especially with an H and an R and a C, like, maybe you don't want to do something like that. Maybe you want to hold on to that S. It's going to be huge in this game on a board that is quickly falling apart. I could see something like UH and ETH making a lot of sense. It holds score, which is very bingo prone. I think the S starts with a lot of words there too. He's going to go with ouch, score a lot of points with that one. Still holding the E, the R, and the S together. So keeping himself right in range. A good little play for Josh.
Yeah, that looks really strong. Yeah, and that was definitely a good idea, Matt. Yeah, Joe was not aware of that, so glad I told him. Paratai looks pretty good. I don't love just keeping a B, but he scores well. There's still a blank and a few S's for turnover, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I think OBE with the absence of a bingo, I don't see one. OBE at A1 is pretty clearly the play here. Hold ERST, score a bunch, wipe out the spot. Joe teaching everybody at home a nice little 6. Pariti does not take the S. It is the plural of peritus, Peritus, I believe. So for those of you at home who get an eye trouble often, Pariti is a good one to know. Bail yourself out. There's O. I'm honestly surprised it took him that long because that's one of the most straightforward plays.
Well, he's probably just making sure there was no bingo, right, through the K or the C or anything, I'm sure.
Yeah, gotcha.
Of course, if you know there's no bingo, then it's a pretty obvious play. But, I mean, that's a strong enough rack. It's worth spending 20, 30 seconds to make sure there's no bingo there.
And then AYE comes down at C1 now, I think, a lot of the time.
It's worth mentioning there is abeyance through that C if it were clappers, but not on this board.
Oh, yeah. Abeyance is a good little 8, ABEYENC.
Yeah. There's also a buy at G1 next to Neem, but that keeps 3 vowels, which is much weaker for scoring. So I think AYE, like you suggested, has to be better.
Yeah. You never want to hold on to 3 vowels and a consonant if you can avoid it. A buy does score really well, though. Wow. Okay, IN is going to come down instead, holding on to AAB with 4 more A's to be drawn. I'm
not sure. I mean, I know Joe definitely, as a player, really likes turnover, but especially with, there's only actually been 1 8 played this whole game, so keeping 2 A's drawing 4 tiles does seem a little bit precarious. I think I would have personally gone with AYE. There was also actually Frowny and Yay, which David just coincidentally came up with and suggested in the chat at the same time. But I think AYE scores about as much and also doesn't give back a line to Josh. So I think AYE would have been fine here. But Josh does not draw well for his part here.
Yeah, the A is reasonably strong here for the A-mole setup, the front hook to MOLE, but, he played off the Y, which would be how he crushes that spot. So there's other stuff to be drawn at F, for instance, M, P, all goes there. But AYE still holds 1A. I definitely think I would have made that play in that circumstance. But
Yeah.
Joe is, a multiple-time over national champion for a reason.
So Josh, interesting. He plays off another one-tile fish, keeping a 6-tile leave where he has 5 consonants, so he's going to need to draw a vowel, but almost all of the vowels will give him a bingo. So interesting play. I mean, I kind of like it, just given the lack of any scoring options there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of vowels to be drawn yet, too.
So many A's, too. A's will give him Jux and Strange. I's will give him Jux and Stinger, both of which will score like 80.
Yeah, and if you're stuck in consonants, well, there's not too much else to be done on this board, especially if you don't think Joe has an S.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the second to last one, so...
And now Joe has the other problem. He's got major vowel problem. He's here. And yeah, Kobia, I think, is pretty much the only... He could have played Akibia through the K as well.
Nice.
Which gets rid of one more vowel as well as an extra A. It does get rid of the E, though. So that was debatable. Josh does not pull a vowel. So it'll be interesting to see if he fishes again here or if he tries to burn through more tiles. The problem is, and part of the reason I hate fishing, too, in general, especially on these kind of boards, is like, if you don't hit your bingo, you just get into this vicious cycle, of fishing for multiple turns in a row and not being able to score because you have all these 1-point tiles.
Is it a vicious cycle or a vicious cycle? I will be here all day.
Nice. Nicely done.
What Josh did, I think, is a really cool learning opportunity as well. I think a lot of players will see that DENRST that you could possibly leave, and they drop the G, make GOX for 11 a lot of the time. But if you look at what you're actually going to draw, the I that you're going to draw a lot of the time hits Tinders, and Tinders only fits next to Kobia. That spot may not stay open. You'd like to try to keep a leave that'll hit the Jocks spot more often. So you want the S earlier in the bingos you may draw. Yeah. So I think that's a good play by Josh, and strengthen that S that you've got that you still don't think Joe has. So that's neat. Both players looking like they're getting a little low on time. So that'll be interesting as well to see.
Yeah, especially if this comes down to a tight endgame situation like my game with Joe certainly did. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. And yeah, I mean, Joe at this point, if he didn't already have a feeling based on Riff, has got to be basically 100% sure Josh has an S. Oh, and he draws the other S in the blank.
And the blank, so he's going to insta-play a double-double there.
He just plays entrance. He's not worried about the dag spot anymore because there are no more S's or blanks unseen, and there are no other hooks to dag.
Yeah, not anymore at least.
Correct. There was a hook previously that was expurgated.
Yes.
Joe plays radii very quickly, which makes sense. I mean, he's got to score something to try to stay. He could still have some conceivable chances of winning without a bingo, maybe, but it's going to be tough, I think, given Josh will be scoring like 20 or 25 here.
Yeah, Josh has Page next to the A-mole spot, but he may be looking to close this board out instead, try to find something to do.
He could play, there's a cool 6 of D-gauge, D-E-G-A-G-E from the D, which is fairly defensive. It does not take any hooks.
Oh, it doesn't take any hooks. That looks like it would take a
However, what I don't like about it is Josh has the last 2 E's, so it would be nice for him to save one of those just because the E's tend to be pretty valuable, and you have the last ones just because it gives you a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, to play defense, you could do IG, IGG at G13. You could also play egg there if you prefer to play off one of the case 2 E's. Those are a little more blocky. With the pool that's unseen, I'm having a hard time finding almost any bingos outside of like Filaria and stuff.
It's true. And yeah, Josh, does Joe have anything? I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Yeah,
Mantrick is a 7, but it doesn't play.
Correct. And I don't see any 8s that play. Mini car is only a 7. So maybe Mack at the top, making Meh and A-Mole, scores well, holds INRT. There's many A's to be drawn, but at this point you're kind of grasping at straws. Maybe you've got to try to open a lane instead.
Where does he even really open a lane? I mean,
you got to play down from the D and dag or the G and dag, I guess. I don't know. And you're just going to get
the problem is you don't want to give Josh a big enough scoring play such that a bingo doesn't even win. You have to be careful of that too.
Right. You've got to score some points.
Yeah.
Here. A play like DIM, he does
Matt. Go with, I think that makes sense. I mean, because Josh, bad draw for Joe here.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, the problem is now can he play off like VIT anywhere even?
I'm not seeing it. No, he's in a lot of trouble.
He's good. How about like Vin and Vin to try to at least set up an A hook, right, that he can draw, and maybe Josh gets distracted there, and somehow Joe can draw like, I don't know, something like Add a Girl or something at the bottom. No, it doesn't even work. but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
he's
probably
got to try.
something.
Looking for something to fish for. I mean, like Nirvana, possibly. No, you need 2 ins for that.
No.
You assume you're probably going
I
to
mean, can you
draw.
play off? Well, because Vitrain won't even play if he fishes off a T.
Yeah,
Uh,
and with so little time, I mean, inviting maybe you can fish for. Draw a
no,
G.
there's no. He needs a
Oh
second
yeah, no,
M.
there's only 1 in. Yeah, I keep
Yeah.
making that
Right.
mistake.
Obviously, I mean, Joe doesn't know this, but we know that Josh has the last E, which would be super useful for Joe for bingoing. But from his perspective, he may need to try to draw that E.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, when you're down, when you're a big underdog, you just have to assume that the stuff you need is in the bag. And if it's not, well, you were going to lose anyway. And if it is, awesome.
Yeah, he plays
Joe
Knit, so
does a good job trying to score some points. I think Josh
yeah,
has an easy Aga play underneath or next to Radii. Back it all
probably.
up.
Or he just leaves
So
it open. Interesting.
he's just going to
Because
score.
I guess the pool is just so bad. Okay, so
Yeah.
if Joe plays Vin, can he hit anything? Auditor doesn't play. So what if can he go for Durative? I mean, we know he's not going to get the E, but from his perspective, maybe.
Yeah, from his perspective, it's possible. I think he's just mostly
How
dead.
about like GI or something maybe? And then he goes with Lav. I also don't know what he can hit with that, but it's probably hopeless either way.
Yeah, he's low on time too. You don't have
Yeah.
the time to look at every possibility. You just got to do something, and kind of pray
Yeah.
that it comes out to you. I think this game's
Yeah.
essentially done now. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
spread and pride.
I think so too. Yeah, I mean, I feel like both players played quite well. The one play I think was questionable was Ian, which I mean makes sense for turnover, but I just think given the number of A's unseen, Joe probably should have held on to his N and one of the E's instead
Yeah,
on that
I
turn. And
agree.
it really did come to bite him given his next draw too. So that's probably if there's anything to point to, and like you said, both players I think overall played really well. That's probably the one play Joe may regret in hindsight.
Yeah, I agree. And just got him into valve trouble that he couldn't get out of for
Mhm.
several turns. And
Yeah.
you know, you can't know you're going to draw valves, but with that number of A's unseen, it's more likely than not going to happen. So
Exactly.
I would just play a go at the bottom next to Radii. I mean, there's not a bingo that I see that you're even blocking with it, but at this point, it's just it scores well. Yeah,
That's exactly what he does. There are no crazy nines, so most auditoria or something, but that's about as close as he's going to get. So yeah, this game will be a win for Josh. I guess Joe should probably just try to go out in 2 as best as he can, which is not even going to be that easy.
Yeah, that's with the 2 U's and the I, it's tough. I mean, even a play like DUI or TUI, I'm not seeing a way to go out.
Yeah, I
TUI
mean, you play like
TUI and 10 sets up Dura, but that's going to get blocked, and I don't see a second out for him. There's guard.
He has guard. Oh, yeah, guard. That's also going to get blocked. I think he block both at once very easily, though.
Just guard holds 2E, but that's only got the 1 spot as well. So
No, he's got suit.
Oh, suit, yeah. So guard would be an.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to get that. Gives back like
gives
leaf
back
for 35. No, how about like audit and in maybe keeps UR. Yeah, he might actually. Well, he has run on top. He might actually not have a second out with UR. As crazy as that sounds.
Wow. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, he has Burr. No, he has Burr. So yeah, he can play audit, I guess.
Yeah, there are a couple ways to go out into, and that's always what you want to look at in these situations. How do I go out and play? So this holds Dura, holds guard, but both are technically blockable.
Wait, Dura doesn't even play now, right? Because of TU?
Oh, TU, yeah, that's not a word. Man.
So I think, yeah, if Josh just blocks, he just lets him have it. Okay, I mean, it's I guess we're not really caring about spread here, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the format of this thing, but does spread matter?
Yeah. I don't really think so. No, there's nothing really at stake.
Hearing from Josh, spread does matter. So round robin spread matters a little bit.
Okay. So So Joe, I think Joe's going to probably come join me in a second here. But yeah, I mean, good game overall. I think once Joe got into that Val trouble, it was like we were saying, just pretty hard for him to get out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, tough game.
Yeah, I think once. Yeah, we were talking after Ian. Once you picked up all those A's, it was just pretty tough for you to get out of it. Yeah.
Did I make any major mistakes?
The one thing we thought is instead of Ian, we liked AYE better there, just to hold on to a consonant.
Yeah.
Because there were so many A's left.
Yeah, that probably was a mistake.
That was the one. Otherwise, I think we thought it was.
And then there's another bingo in the Solvate rack that Mac found. I didn't see it, but it was a little better as well.
Oh, ab bolts. Yeah.
But I mean,
I went through it quickly. I missed that.
It does. I mean, on one, it does score 6 more, but obviously the drawback is you do put an S and he just traded 1. So
right,
you know,
I know.
So it's probably for 6 points it's worth it, but it's definitely debatable.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just valve trouble.
I don't feel like I play that game. I don't know. I don't feel like I saw all the moves that game.
You had some cool decisions. We really liked that exchange 1 at the beginning. NOORST is not something that looks intuitively like super cool to hold on.
Yeah, I
to,
knew you guys were gonna like that.
It's like deceptively good once you kind of go through.
Yeah, it hits with like every vowel other than another O. I guess it doesn't hit with NRT, but it hits with a lot of other consonants like the H, which you drew. So I mean, and it's not like you have any other particularly good options. I mean, you don't want to play no for 4, so I think it makes a lot of sense.
Oh my god, DAG was so dubious, and then I drew S blank.
Yes. Yeah, that was a little shocking of a play. We were guessing you were confident Joe didn't have an S, or maybe Jocks would have been taken away a little quicker. But yeah, that was wild. That was a huge swing in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just drawn it later, so it doesn't necessarily matter that he didn't have one then. So yeah, I don't know. It would have been tough to defend if the unseen letters weren't so terrible after I drew the last 2 good letters.
Yeah, we're looking at Joe's rack. Like, what could you even fist for?
Well, also, I mean, part of it too is we knew Josh had the last E's, so Joe, you were probably having to hope for it.
Yeah, the E's. Anyways, oh man, that was a cool game though.
Yeah.
Yeah, up to a point, it was a great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Right.
Mac playing
Mac and Matt. So
Mac
Joe's
and
going to
Matt.
set up and do commentary.
Oh, okay.
Let me go get Joe set up back for commentary mode. Then I will be right back.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had a 7 with the out track, but he blocked everything. I wasn't sure if Chowser was a word.
Oh yeah,
Mac didn't or something. Rooshes, or I don't even know.
Chowser and Rooshes are both good.
Yeah. I was probably gonna play Chowser if he blocked Ocarus but didn't block Jaux. But yeah. Anyways, another game where Joe is just blocking. He just knew. Yeah, awesome. Very, very weird one. I was in time trouble. I obviously messed up the endgame.
Yeah, and we've got the subscriber count up there. We want to try to get that a little bit higher. There we go, 611. We like that. Everybody, I strongly recommend, if you like Scrabble, you're probably here if you like Scrabble, right? If you like Scrabble, hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and we'll be streaming a lot more on this channel for y'all to learn, for y'all to watch, and for y'all to tell us what a bad job we're doing, maybe, at least me. I'll put on a clinic and what not to do in just a moment here.
Nice. And I see some people in the chat. Welcome in. Yeah, having a good time. So yeah, you versus Mac. I look forward to the game.
Hopefully it's good. 10 minutes is tight.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, I saw the comment. Josh might be regretting his time choice. Yeah, I did feel the time pressure that game for sure.
Yeah, there were a couple plays like OBE. We thought that was going to come down immediately, but Mac is like, I thought maybe he was looking for a bingo. Is that what was going on there?
Yeah, I didn't want to miss anything for you guys.
I see. Yeah, thank you.
Or for myself.
I will not be so kind. I would wager money on the over 0.5 bingos missed by Matt in this game. Yeah, I just got a message from Cesar. I played a game against him yesterday, the championship game. I got a match request from Mac now, so I'll drop the link. Here we go. And yeah, we're underway with
good luck,
Mac.
guys.
Yeah, good luck to me. Good luck to me.
All right, you and me, huh?
Hey. All right, so you're watching the game?
I'm here. I'm looking. It hasn't started yet.
Oh, we got some funny things going on the stream, but
yeah. Okay, I see it now.
There it is. There we go.
Wait a minute.
Here we are. We're almost there. There you go. Okay, so Zhao keeping QURS. Is he going for Kirsch? Does he remember what happened in your game?
He has Yod, YODH.
Yeah,
he
no, does
typo.
Zhao play? The Jow play kept QURS. I mean, obviously that's just the best play. It sets up soup.
How do you even
Probably
see
the
that?
best.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, he has.
okay then.
I didn't see that. I didn't. See,
Yeah.
oh, I see. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, he has two ports.
Huge star for Mac. Jow to Q.
Threnode and dethrone through the E.
Yeah, so those are some bingos that Matt's
He
gonna be
also
able to
has a
respond with.
U. I don't know.
Yeah, I like.
Probably
I mean, Threnode scores well.
Outheard. Oh, that doesn't fit. Wait a minute. Authored. No, that doesn't fit either. Never mind.
Yeah, authored, outheard don't fit. Are we
No.
gonna see a copy extension, like copyright? Because it doesn't seem like that. Like stuff is gonna happen that often on that side of the board, right? I was hoping in our
That's
game.
a good idea. Why not?
I was hoping in our game with Mole that like someone would play like guacamoles or picomoles or something, but never happened.
Never happened. No.
So yeah, Threnode. Yeah, I bet Matt's gonna bingo here, but see, I've already made the mistake. Yeah, Threnode is the highest scoring
Mothered,
one, but
okay.
it does set up an S hook, but probably should have still
Mothered.
been played. But Mothered is good. It sets up an S hook on the other side.
Yeah. He has Cody for 21, keeping AIR.
Oh yeah, that looks very good through the T of Mothered. Yeah, that looks.
If he wants the block, he can play CIAO, but I think Cody's a better play.
I mean, Cody blocks pretty well too, right?
Yeah.
Prevents anything from coming down on bingo on either side.
That's right.
So yeah, that looks really good.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Matt actually has a bingo on this rack. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Can you guys spot the bingo? It's down to the C. All right, let's see if YouTube
it's
chat
a toughie.
can find it.
This is a toughie.
Very difficult, yeah.
So I don't know how good is Matt with bingos, but
he probably will see it and not be sure of it. Is what I expect. Not Siamesic. That is a good try, Alex. Alex, who is a German Scrabble grandmaster, I'd say. Seeing Siamesic. Aseismic.
Yeah.
So not pertaining to seismic activity, I guess, is what that would mean.
Well, if he doesn't
play that, I mean, what do you do here?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Right. The next best play suggested by the analyzer is QI. Yeah, aim makes sense, but yeah, that's he really jinxed himself before you guys switched.
He needs an extra D on his rack, don't you think? He needs 8 letters for the D.
Yeah, armadillo. But Matt said right before this game that he's gonna give himself the over/under on missing a bingo, and he really jinxed himself. It really seems like he did.
Yeah. So otherwise,
you're not going to play Armilla here, right? That takes too many hooks.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous.
Yeah, that's too bad.
6 coming from the M, I do not see yet, but
there isn't one.
Lamia, no.
I should stop looking at the analyzer and actually try to find plays myself. But yeah, there is no 6 from the M.
Lamia for 24.
Lamia looks good.
It blocks. I don't know what else is better.
Yeah, just some tricky, like ugly-ish racks, but at least for both turns, Mac has had a triple to work with. If you don't have a triple word scorer with these racks of Coadi and like this one, you're just not scoring anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to be able to do something. He might do Lima instead to not open the 14 row at all.
And to keep an A, oral,
Yeah, I mean, we don't really like leaving those 4 letters, particularly unless the board is pretty open.
Right.
But yeah, are there any? I'm keeping up with the extensions, like godmothered, grandmothered, I guess is maybe a word.
Ooh.
What do we think about grandmothered?
Grandfathered, I believe, but grandmothered, I don't know.
So if
tend to
I play
doubt it.
that on you, how much would that score? 7, 9, 10. 40 points. Is that really 40 points? Would you challenge?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. You're right, 40 points. Yeah, grandmothered, I probably would challenge.
Me too.
Yeah, he likes slamming.
I'd hope for it to be good.
I don't even know what his rack was, but he already got Corgi down.
So it's the same thing. He kept EISS again. So
Oh,
he's going for the smothered plays. But wow, Mac just coming down with ornately. So the oral leave with
okay.
oral worked out very well. And now Matt has drawn a K, an F, and a D, which is not gonna help him bingo, is it? So this is pretty bad, but he does get 45. That's good. So now we have this huge triple open again. What does Mac have through it?
Well, an O, huh?
Nothing great, right?
I don't see anything great. I mean, phew.
Oh, there is one word through it. A very tough find.
Mahout.
Yeah, Mahout. There you go.
Yeah, it's Mahout.
I expect he would see that. I think it's probably the best play. Because it does deal with that.
Yeah, actually, it is a very good play because he's got an opening for the X parallel to the T and the E. So the V is just,
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right about that. And also, even if he draws an E or an O, he's going to have Vex or Vox underlapping the M and the A, which is really good for defense as well.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, it looks very much like that's the best play. Nice find.
Yeah.
Would have taken me a bit longer to find that, I think.
Gets rid of the K, keeping a very nice lead.
Now he's going to play off his X, surely. And, yeah, Mac has a huge lead here. And what's really good about the X play is it accomplishes multiple things. It scores points, it blocks the board, it doesn't create a new opening. And yeah, it's basically all you can hope for.
And he's going to play his bingo.
Yeah.
Post haste.
Yeah. Well, maybe not post haste. But
I guess he's going to look for nines. Huh?
Yeah, so the bingo.
Beanies looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, certainly feels like an automatic play if you see it. But yeah, I think it's definitely important to see it, but it's possible.
Maybe he's looking at the S on the bottom.
It's possible.
But I wouldn't want to open the board. Well, yeah, maybe he would want to open the board, given that he's still down after the bingo. Yeah.
What can you really do? Yeah, the only playable bingo is beanies.
Okay, yeah.
Underneath the M and the A, and we're just hoping that he sees it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 72, 76, 78. Yeah.
But yeah, even after that, right? Yeah, it brings him back in the game, but even after that, Matt will be down by 50 points or so.
Yeah.
All right. Time is ticking. This is scary. I wouldn't want this to be a miss because
he won't miss it.
99 times out of 100, Matt
he's got this in the bag.
Yeah. It's just you get worried like the longer someone takes on something.
I'm going to go to the store and get some copy beans, just in case.
Copy beans. All right, that is an extension of copy. Yeah, the thing about the play of copy is that Mac probably knows the extensions much better than Matt does. Oh no!
No! He probably saw it and wasn't sure. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That is an eek. What can you do? He was probably not winning anyway, but there was a blank out. He could have drawn a couple, another S out. So
he has vlog to block that line. That might be nice.
Oh, vlog? Yeah, vlog and bone mig. Yeah, that's good. That's a good play. Yeah, a lot of stuff here is very good.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you lose it? I lost the picture.
I lost it too.
Oh, okay.
A lot of stuff is good for Mac here, though.
Oh, there we go.
We're back. Yeah. Ooh, that's Aseismic was definitely extremely difficult to find.
Yeah,
But yeah, beanies
not so.
is one miss too many, I would say, for Matt here. That's unfortunate. So who are we gonna get next? Is it gonna be Matt and I, or Mac and I, or you and Matt? Those are the ones we haven't seen yet. Mac, wait, it says Matt next. That's right now. Flat top. Nobody saw that play. That's
Nice.
a flashy play. I don't think it's. Is that really worth doing?
I don't know.
And
I wouldn't have done it.
Oh,
If
wow.
I'd seen it, I wouldn't have done it.
It was
Wouldn't have wanted
challenged.
to open.
Well, it worked out. Matt desperation challenged that. So
Oh, he
he still has
challenged.
the S for it, though. Yeah, this is going very, very badly for Matt, unfortunately.
Hmm.
And I'll be playing him next, so that's good. That means he might be in a bad state of mind, right? So are you excited, Joe, to play both championships
I am.
again? I mean, you did
Yeah.
that last year, but those were like the only big tournaments you played last year, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it very much.
Matt's just challenging everything now.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wasn't sure if you were going to both.
I am, yeah.
It's great. So you're just driving. So you're driving.
Matt's driving up to
driving
Albany,
back.
and then I'm flying back home to San Francisco, and then flying to Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems very complicated. I don't know how that works. But
What's complicated? You get in the car,
like,
you
you
sit
said
for
you
several hours.
drove. So
Yeah,
you didn't
but
drive to Kentucky.
I did drive to
Mac
Kentucky.
drove.
Yeah, but it's a complicated story. We needed a car on the East Coast.
Oh, your ex has the car. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your ex has the car. I got it.
We are
Your ex
very
has the
good
car.
friends, okay? We are very good friends.
Yeah. Well, you're the one that said my ex.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
she's my wife
fair enough.
still, and, anyway. Oh, look at that.
All right, stagnant.
Yeah.
This is just going to be ending pretty soon. I don't think either of these two players wants to continue that much this game, but it is actually a complicated position for Mac, trying to block everything if he can. Pilsner, relines.
This is Matt with a Z, huh? How do you spell Matt with a Z? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to block everything. But if I were Mac, I'd want Matt to hit 300. Actually, Matt had what did he tell me? 3 or 4 year streak in tournaments, or some very long streak where he scored at least 300 every game. And when he told me that, this was a long time ago. This was Matt Canik telling me. I was like, "Are you crazy? Like, I score 200 like every tournament. I have just a really bad game every tournament."
Really?
Like, nope. I have not scored under 300 in forever. So it's a little anecdote there. Oh, Matt could still win if Mac runs out of time.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Guidon,
all right,
great
Guidon.
play.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
I think that blocked everything. I think it blocked everything. So, but that's cool. It's exciting. And yeah, when I heard that you were in Kentucky, I was like, oh no, like secret preparation? Like, I wish I had that. But I think I'll be playing, since Jackson also lives in Montreal, I think we're going to be playing maybe a little bit before Albany, just preparing. So at least there's that. I haven't Matt used to play tons, right? A long time ago.
Yeah, I basically brought him into the game. I got him at 10, started teaching him. And then by the time he was 13, he came in 7th in the nationals. And then I would go over to his place, and sometimes we'd play 24-hour sessions where we'd play like 24 to 28 games. It was a lot of fun under his parents' watchful eye, in the dining room there.
4-hour sessions.
Yeah. Well, of course,
need a
broken up by
documentary.
sleep. Broken up by sleep, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I would come there, I would leave 24, 28 hours later, and we would have played like 25 games or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're doing a lot of that now.
So you've played 25 games, you said?
No.
With Mac?
Well, right now we're just playing a few games a day. He's got work to do, and I'm trying to get myself into vigorous shape, mentally and physically. So I've already.
Kentucky's a good place for that, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I went out with him. Interesting thing about Mac, he enjoys disc golf. Have you heard of disc golf?
Yeah.
So I went out with him as he did 18 holes. That was a lot of fun. A lot of walking for someone who's my age. I mean, after all, I'm 75, but I'm still kicking.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, disc golf is a nice outdoorsy sport. I don't know if it's played a lot outside of the U.S. and Canada, or just even the U.S., but it's basically golf, but with a frisbee-like shape. And I think Mac is very good at it.
Yeah, he's good. Certainly a lot better than I would be. I don't know the standings and anything, but it was fun watching him.
Yeah. All right. Game's over. Sort of a doozy, right? That's what we would call it. I don't know. There are lots of terms people use for these sorts of games. But yeah, that's
blowout.
Blowout. At least Matt's score wasn't quite doubled in this game. Yeah, oof, sorry, Matt. That one stung.
Yeah, you ought to not lose 2 turns in a row, especially. But neither one of those looked like words to me, and I was losing by a bunch. So we challenged.
Would you like to know the major bingo that?
Oh, did I miss a bingo?
Well, 2 of them, but one of them was critical.
Oh, geez.
Aseismic.
Aseismic. Okay, I saw
that's a tricky one.
And I didn't even think about the A in front of it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oh, is that with AIM?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe so. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, see, that's why you got to study words to be good at this game.
Yeah. Well, the other one was beanies.
Did I miss beanies?
Beanies.
Yeah. I see. We were wondering if you saw it or been checking
Yeah,
out
we
it
were
or missed it. I think
maybe
I
you thought it
just missed
wasn't good.
Joe thought you saw it.
Oh, that's on the Biner
If
turn?
you'd
No,
seen it,
I
you would have just played it. If you saw it.
Yeah, no, that's just a whiff. Oh my God, is that what my rack was? Wow, wow, no good.
Yeah. Anyways, it's
I'll
perfect.
do it,
because
you
now
know?
I'm jumping
We
in
all
against
do it.
you, Matt, and now you. I got the psychological advantage. It's me
Excellent.
versus Matt.
Hey, if there's one saving grace, I can't do worse, right?
Don't
All right,
jinx
so
yourself.
All right, I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, what flat top may not have actually been the right play because it gives back the
It was
S-hook
wrong.
bit.
Yeah.
Wrong, I think.
I was thinking vlog.
I almost did it, but I figured that there were enough other bingo lines that I wanted more points and more turnover and to keep less consonants. So I don't
Okay.
know,
Well,
but
it worked out.
yeah. Actually, I guess if we're commentating, Joe, do you want me to just come out there and we can just do it together?
Sure. Why don't you do that?
All right, cool. All right.
He missed a seismic and beanies.
Yeah, I was listening.
Oh, you were listening to that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, beanies. A seismic is tough, but yeah, beanies.
Yeah, Yeah, I would have thought maybe he thought it
Yeah.
wasn't good, but I
Mhm.
guess he just whiffed on it. He said.
Yeah. Okay, so Josh is first. I don't see any 5s with the X that would double it. He has Exile. That's
No,
not great.
Exile, but he might wind up playing it.
Yeah, they're not a ton of
The
good
G and the X just don't
Yeah.
mix with this rat. He might play Lax. I
Or-
mean, just not to open the board.
yeah,
I mean,
you could even play Lex holding onto the I hook. It's not crazy.
Right.
He plays
or
I
Ilex. Yeah.
does take the front S. Matt has
Yeah.
Lorimers for not a ton of points, but it's still a bingo.
Anything? Yeah.
Probably it. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what he plays.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh, he almost has Flexagon, which you played against me yesterday in one of our games.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Is there anything? I don't see any doubles.
I don't either.
If he wants to, he could play flag, keeping LEE. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that, but
If he wants to just burn tiles, he could play
FOE.
He could play Sulfige, just keeping an A if he wants to burn through a bunch of tiles.
Yeah, he could play FOE if he wants to keep 4 GALE. I'm not.
Oh, making FE and Ox? It's not terrible.
FOE.
Mhm.
I'm not recommending it, but it's a possibility.
True. Yeah, the G is pretty bad. I would probably just burn through this rack and go for more turnover personally.
I probably would too, because he needs to keep the board open.
Exactly.
So, and Solfigi does that. Where it's wide open, he needs to get a blank or an ace.
Yeah, I think that.
And it's a good score.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, he's only going to be down about 15 points after that. He's not really down
Right,
that much.
that's right.
He definitely
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, we have four legs suggested in the chat, which
Oh,
if you were down a lot more, I mean, it stops one before the double word.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you were down like 100, maybe, but at this point in the game, he's nowhere near.
There's no
good
reason
enough.
to do that. No.
Absolutely not.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. I think yes. I don't know if it's Sulfegi or Sulfege, or I don't know how you pronounce that word, but I think that seems like a reasonable option here.
Well, there
Could play Forage, I guess.
there are a lot of options he has.
Yeah.
Forage keeps an EL. That's not.
It's fine too. Opens
Not
up a
bad.
good line for 7s as well.
Yeah. So
very
that's not a
reasonable.
bad play.
Yep.
Oaf and Ox.
EEGL is pretty clunky, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, it's a play,
Yeah.
but it's probably not.
I plays Fog, keeping 3 vowels. Interesting.
That's definitely.
That is not a play I would make.
No, me neither.
Especially you don't have a hook for Fog.
Right.
I mean, maybe he's figuring that with the R and the S as floaters that works.
Does he
really
have?
well with
Does he have a J? No, kanjis.
kanji.
10, 20, 44.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Just to the S keeps ES. That's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
And
Does that give him meaty? Oh, close to.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
quite
maybe.
fit.
Yeah.
I don't see anything like Deva like. Nope.
Yeah, Vakil keeping ID is there.
Akil is very nice.
Or
Yeah.
Kiva, maybe if you want to keep a slightly stronger lead.
Kaiva lead. Yeah, that would be
Either
good
one are
too.
fine.
Yeah.
Dave like resembling Mr. Wiegand. Or
A play that he would make.
yes,
That's a Dave like play.
Dave like play.
Yeah. Or if he wants to do something dangerous, he could play the V off of Ox, play down, VA something.
Well, Veiled is good, right?
Yeah,
VALED.
yeah.
You could do that. Keep the K open. I mean, he is down 60 points, so just blowing the board open is not a crazy idea here at all.
That's
the
true.
Score difference. It scores pretty well. 16. That's 34 points.
Yeah,
for
it's a lot of
Veiled.
points.
Yeah, and Vakil is only 39. It's not that much more. Just in
Right,
each.
and the yeah.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Because after Vakil, I mean, you don't have a lot of good lane. ID is not a great lead for that board. Oh, he does play.
Well,
Vakil.
it's fine.
Oh, somewhat was blocked. Okay. Interesting. Does he have anything else? And he quickly plays math.
Oh, he doesn't even think about it. Okay.
I'm going to check on my phone. I don't see anything else.
I would spend a little more time
I would
looking.
also, for sure. But let's see. Showtime and Miss Through are the only other 8s, neither of which I believe would have played on this board.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I agree. I would have. Matt has not even spent a minute yet. He's playing extremely fast. Josh has actually already burned through about half of his time, so we're going to see a pretty big disparity in terms of time later in the game.
AIA. Any words ending in INA might be cute, but I don't
see it.
No.
Addition
Okay.
almost fits, but not quite.
Yeah. Through the R, is there anything through the?
Oh, that's a cool play. Setting up the T.
That's good.
Burweeds? No, it doesn't work. Is there something through that L? Tubewells.
Blue. Well, I'm sure he has.
Tweet, but no.
Weed, subweed.
No, he's close.
Sub something or other. I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, I see burweeds, subtweet.
I can't see anything spectacular, so he's
Those
just going to have to.
2/8, apparently.
He's just going to have to web, probably.
That's actually, I like that play to block the timid hook as well. Keep ESC blank. You have that looks very solid.
Yeah.
Scores decently. He goes with U. I mean, maybe he didn't want to give back plays above the W.
Well,
but I think ESU.
COD is looks like it's a unless there's something else.
There's Trank through the R.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Which
although I might. Well,
yeah,
it
close,
could go either way.
Yeah,
either one.
You're thinking of COD and Tel, right? TEL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. 27. That's 20. It's 32. Actually,
five
that's
more points.
It's 5 more points. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow. Tubulous.
Almost. He blocked it actually before. Wow.
Tubulous.
Almost Subo. I mean, what a draw.
Is there anything there besides tubulous? I don't know.
I highly doubt it.
But he does have a U if he gets an I and an L.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he actually would have had tubulous through that L if not for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, does he? I mean, do you exchange? Like what? I mean,
I think exchanging was fine.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything. You don't want to play bust, keeping UO blank or something. Yeah.
No, that's fine. So he has VAW. I think that's got to be a pretty decent play.
That looks very strong. Yeah, scores well, sets up another. That's exactly what he does. And ballistic sightings. I don't think that's good, and it doesn't even play.
Aegistic.
No.
No?
AGISTIC?
No, E.
Oh, AGEISTIC?
No, isn't EGISTIC?
No, it's egoistic.
Okay.
He wouldn't have played anyway. It was
right.
Rodney's and Yonders. I don't think either of them play here. He just plays Dojo. Okay, Matt will definitely be bingoing here.
Yes.
There's instruct through the C at a minimum. Interns and QI is another option.
Yeah, plenty of bingos.
Actually, even Josh has managed to nicely cut down his deficit without bingoing. He does go with instruct, which the Q and the X are both gone.
True.
That seems reasonable, actually, versus opening up all the floaters with interns. I think I like that.
Yeah.
This is not a bad rag, but I
don't. Well, not much is going from the N to the triple word.
Anything through that S? I don't.
Through the S. I don't see much.
Me neither.
What goes above words ending in C? I don't see much there.
Or
EL, CEL.
Yeah.
This is a tough play. And let's see. He's down 60 points. Yeah.
Huh. There really aren't a lot of good places to bingo at all, even with his S. He's only got 2 minutes too. He's got to play fast.
Huh. Maybe no. He can't really hook the eye and hope that he gets something down. There's nothing there.
He only has it. What? Oh, he played jury.
Jury. Oh, that's good.
That's
That's good.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
bad
That's
play.
good. Opens the R. Opens the
Yeah,
triple
he's got to
word.
do something. Defleed almost.
Uh-huh.
We could see faded and DEL. I mean, it does put the F in the triple line, but it at least shuts down that part of the board and scores well.
True. Yeah, yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't either. And it also blocks this to an extent, not
Right.
completely.
And the nice
but...
thing is if Josh doesn't hit that immediately, then Matt can just play through the F, and there really is not much.
8,
work.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28, 32 points. He's practically even.
32 points. Well, he's
46. He's only
no. It's Matt's turn though. That was Matt.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
No,
thought.
you're good.
Okay.
No, so he sacrifices some points with feet. I mean, that you can't really fault him for that.
Oh, if he was playing clabbers, he'd have a bingo through the R, but he's not
is
playing.
true.
Not playing clabbers.
Yeah, I feel like we say that a lot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now, if he had an R instead of one of those O's, he'd be able to get down Sinister. But,
True.
But
True.
doesn't have that R anymore.
You could
Costs.
Barlow Duke, almost, not quite. Durable, but not.
That's not going anywhere, is it?
No. Hey, speaking of clappers, Barlow Duke would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So what's he's
this
up.
is Matt, and he's up by 50 points.
He
Burled. Isn't Burled good? B-Y-R-L-E-D.
Oh yeah, it is good. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just to go full out running mode.
12, 36. He's going to outrun him if
Maybe.
he plays
I mean,
that.
the pool is a little bit Val heavy, so I'm a little hesitant to keep. Maybe,
Oh.
How about Diable? D-Y-A-B-L-E.
That works too.
Oh, he's going. Well, okay. So Brace, then Yaus comes down immediately, which makes sense. I mean, Josh needs to score and open. He's playing really fast, obviously, because he's low on time. Probably, I think Rez just wins the game now immediately for Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, where has Josh been going after? Unless, I guess he could get a 7 starting with QI, but. Oh, that definitely should have been Rez. I have to imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we didn't see it.
The time factor,
Time,
probably.
yeah. Well, maybe he's trying to time rush Josh as well.
That's
Yeah,
possible too.
Probably what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, now, I mean, Josh could still get a 7. The thing is, it's not that easy to block, like the QI lane. So he's down.
Well, I think he should maybe
do a
go
hip
up
or something,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to open that up. Hip,
It's and he's getting close too. Matt has to sweat about the possibility of Josh winning without a bingo,
Right.
potentially.
Right.
And I believe there's nothing left that hooks if though. There's no D's or R's.
Okay,
That's
so
what I was
he
just
can't
checking.
bingo then. Oh, yes, he can. He can still bingo
He can
with an A or an O.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
What does he have?
I'm just-
Oh, nothing.
there.
Nothing.
This is the pool here. It's not a great pool at all.
No, it's pretty
Pretty
crappy.
bad, yeah.
It's really bad,
Well,
actually.
I think Matt probably doesn't have to worry about Josh outscoring him without bingoing, given that pool.
Yeah.
How does Matt? So if he plays something with Ergo, but not even sure what. Huh.
I mean, I think he can do anything.
Just Alzo and Ope maybe is fine even.
Yeah, that would do it. With 8 tiles in the bag, get rid of 5.
Yeah, keeping TT is, I mean, it's
Sure.
not great. It's not
No,
terrible,
but he's gonna get a vowel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, let's put this. If he doesn't get a vowel, then Josh has 7 vowels.
That's
He's fine
right.
anyway, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, you go up 30. I mean, there's probably some possible bingo Josh could have starting with like an A or an I, but it's extraordinarily unlikely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what he could have. Okay. I guess there's also probably just nothing starting with an. Oh, he's Aeonian.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, but we'll see if Matt has anything with the Z. I'm not.
Look at that.
He
Holy
has to
smoke.
play it. But he has a choice. He could have played it with Ape too. Okay.
So
Matt. Okay, so plots. Okay, so wait, Matt's
Topaz. Well, I'm not sure if that's
No,
enough
maybe.
to win.
That's what plus.
He's down.
He's only down 37. Josh, okay, he's going to spend the rest of his time here. This is not. Oh, he has Lutz. He has Lutz parallel for a lot, setting up Zap and
Okay.
Dino.
Okay.
But then Josh plays Bonsai. Oh, Putz too. Okay, but Bonsai is a lot. Hold on.
Yeah. What's the score at that
Matchup
point?
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 38, 90. Madeline, yep, Josh finds it.
Yeah.
Josh will be winning by 5 after a lot, I believe. And the bottom. And 15, 81.
That's
Yeah.
just 15.
Yeah, Josh wins by 5. Wow.
Wait a minute. So he has how many points in this round? Oh,
Josh only has AL
4.
left.
That's
Yeah,
4
So he's
points.
going to lose by 5. I guess.
You mean Matt's going to lose by 5?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I thought you were saying.
No. I guess Lutz would have netted 1 more point, but still wouldn't have won. Wow.
What an end game. Wow.
Crazy.
That is
Wow.
crazy.
That happened fast too.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting decision by Josh too in terms of where to play Aeonian, but I guess he probably figured that with the Z. Right, yeah, it was actually a great decision because if he played Aeonian up here, Joe, then Josh would have played or Matt would have played Lutz for like 70. Right?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
3 overlaps. So that was actually a
Okay.
great decision by Josh. Wow.
Wait a second.
Wow.
Man, what an end game. Jesus.
I think what happens if you play Ponzu? I just block tilt
I
and
think you
win,
just
right?
block tilt, right?
Tilt and tolt. And Lutz is 2 points better?
1 point better because
1
Lutz
point better?
Lutz scores 5 less, and then Pot scores 6 more. So yeah, Lutz is 1 better. That's what I saw at first.
I thought 6 less.
Lutz is 6 less? Oh, it is 6. No, they're even then. You're right. They're even.
Oh yeah, so I'm not right. I said 2. Wow, I am so lucky. Aeonian. Drew Aeonian fitting in 2 spots.
Yeah.
I
You made,
have some thoughts about that, but you know,
you made the right call, Josh. If you played Aeonian in the other spot, he plays Putz for like 86. Right? With 3 overlap.
Yeah,
Joe and I were just talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was kind of crazy.
But,
Wow,
I mean, I
you
think
played
Putz-
really instructional defense that game. It just happened that I drew something
No,
ridiculous.
I sat on UL for like 4 or 5 turns trying to hit Tranquil. I figure that scores enough on a dead board
Right.
that I'm going to win the game. I just need to draw one of like the 5 eyes in the bag, and I never did. So
Wow.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
yeah,
Tranquil
I mean,
is
I
nice.
just
Yeah.
figure if I can keep stuff closed and hold UL, I'll hit Tranquil
sure.
and win the game. Even when he bingos, I'll win the game. The board's dead, and just never ever actually drew it. So
Wow.
that was what I was trying to do. Maybe not the right idea. Maybe there's better ways to win, but I don't know. That
Well,
was my plan.
What did he have when he played Brace? I forgot what he had.
UL. Because he had
I
I
know.
had UL.
No, we saw a play for him when he played
I was thinking
Brace.
maybe diable through the Y.
Oh,
just-
yeah,
just to try to
diable through the
outrun.
Y.
Just to go
Oh.
more running
Should-
mode instead of blocking.
In other words-
Diable the 6. Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't know that
I don't
word.
know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, there was also another
It was
one.
Burl, the BYRL.
BYRL.
The
That
bull was very
kept-
foul heavy.
Yeah. Diable would have been better.
But that's not.
BYRLNB.
That wasn't Matt's
word
plan.
either.
Matt's plan was stop me from bingoing forever, and he basically did that. Except I drew some crazy word starting in A.
Yeah, and I had what Bardaluke or whatever that 8 is to this
Barladuke.
Ian. Barladuke, whatever it is. I was gonna have to figure out what it was.
I
but-
missed that against Mack once.
That's funny.
In Albany tournament.
Yeah, man, I thought I had this thing in the bag and I was just gonna hit Tranquil, and then it just
Yeah, you
never
did.
happened. It never happened. Board was shut, and then Aeonian happens, I guess, once in a blue moon. And the pool to me too, it was all vowels. It was like the only thing you could have had.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We didn't actually have time to look at Ponzu, but I imagine it loses right after Josh just plays like ABBA or something, blocking, and then goes out next
So it's
turn.
54. That's the thing. It's like it puts him up by only 17.
Anzu in the same
So
spot.
I think I
as
should probably
did
win
not-
by a little bit.
Yeah, wow.
I was
wow.
worried about it because I didn't have time to calculate, but yeah, I regret playing Vakil. I regret playing Trank. I don't
Did you-
know COS. Ugh, I don't know what I was supposed to do there. I feel like I might have missed something on the Dogi turn. I just tunneled on playing that.
I don't think so.
With Vakil, we liked maybe Veiled with Vox. just
We
to
were
open
also
it up a
looking
little more.
at parallel to Voz. You know,
Veiled.
parallel to
The
Fog.
Okay.
Yeah, Vox going
Yeah,
down.
yeah. That could be. Or Vile? No, I had Veiled. Is Veiled good? Yeah, through the A.
You would have to go VA, right? Because the G was there. So you have to do Veiled.
Yeah, no, but Veiled through the A of kanjis. Anyways, whatever. Crazy. I can't believe I won that game. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, me neither.
Who's next?
Me and Matt.
You and Matt. Oh, wow.
Josh is saying
No,
Matt
next
the
game,
last
Matt,
one?
Josh.
Josh, too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you and Josh.
And you guys better keep subscribing to this channel for more
Absolutely.
Scrabble like this.
Although I guess if Josh and I are going to be more like King of the Hill, then we should probably do us last.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's not. We're gonna do some playoffs thing.
Okay. So whatever you guys want to do, I don't care.
Okay, I'll send a match to Mac.
All right.
Oof, that was a crazy game.
So then, Joe, so you just stay
All right.
right here.
Okay.
Commentate.
See you guys again soon.
Alrighty. Be right back there.
All right, you and me, Matt.
Yeah. My favorite.
I know. I said I meant Matt. Yeah.
We had the Niagara Falls tournament. First, second, and third were Mac, Max, and Matt. And I love that Max Canik and Matt Canik are both Division I Scrabble players. That's my favorite. Like how are our names so similar? It's nuts.
That's very cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, man. I tunneled on Tranquil. I should have done something different that game. Probably should have just scored points and won. You got two choices when you have a lead. You just smash the gas and try to outrun, or you keep it tight and just block the lines. And I picked the wrong one. Oh well.
It's a speed game, so if you'd had more time, you might have thought more about it. So.
Oh, definitely. And I was trying to push him over time too. So that was part of it. Just go real fast and make him stress. But
right.
Ooh, all right, we got our next game up.
Yeah. We have.
Ooh.
I don't know. Do you want to play Quay either version, keeping STY?
Yeah.
Or SUQ, keeping 2 Ys. I don't know. Or Quays.
Yeah, Quays with the A or the E.
Is pretty darn good.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's 52 points. That's
or change
might be worth
YY.
using.
Change YY is the only other play that makes sense. Shook, Quays. Yeah, he exchanges YY there.
Okay.
That's gonna bingo a lot, and it's gonna be a surprise bingo too when it happens.
Yeah.
90 or 100 instead.
I'm sure Mac's going to exchange. It's just a matter of 6 or 7. I would save the E.
Yeah, your opponents just changed too, so that you.
All right, we got a 100-point play here.
Yeah, or whatever you want to do, quattras or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So exchange YY. 100 points over 2 turns is probably better than plays for 50 and then your 30-pointer next turn.
Yeah.
Wow. Couldn't ask for a better draw, but I think even most 1-valve draws are going to do it for you out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to come up with the very best 100-point bingo.
Exactly. Right. Count your blessings.
Right. Okay. Now, does he have a bingo? Let's see. What he's a T, an R, or an S? I don't have anything next to me to look it up, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, and I did just cheat after I didn't see it. There's nothing there, so
Okay.
only two 8s out of that rack need an L or a C. So
Okay.
that's going to make it tough.
And it's not a aligned. Yeah, right.
So I mean, you can play parallel, making QIs. I'm like dying, but that holds very poorly for you.
Yeah, he might just play off a couple tiles.
Geode? No, it doesn't quite fit. DOGE. Yeah, this is tough. There's not like a super good leave you can hold. Either,
No.
The 3 tiles you can play, but not enough.
I mean, you could get rid of the OE, keeping Dane, DEIGN, or you can get rid. I mean, they're just. I don't know technically what the best leave is.
Yeah, DEIN or DEIGN
But it
probably.
might
But
not be a bad idea to open it up, like play off the S, just play a few tiles to the S, keeping
yeah,
whatever you want to keep.
you have to consider you're already down 100 points, so you
I
need to
know.
keep this board open. You need to,
Yeah,
give yourself a fighting chance.
exactly. And that's what he's thinking about right now.
Absolutely. It's tough. How do you keep this board open? How do you keep your rack flexible? How do you still score some points in the meantime? You got to do it all.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough place to be at. Or he could go for broke and just play towing, TOEING off the T, keep an ED and make it really wide open.
Yeah. You got to make sure. Oh, there we go. Okay, so score a lot of points and
Okay.
hope that the letters bail you out. Yeah, you're going to have that S floating at least another turn. Create another line down the J lane. That's a good play.
I'd see movement, which he won't do because it opens up the S, but movement off the E of quartz. What else does he have?
I think you use this V, hit it on the 10F spot, and shut down the board. Even just to play like
His ovate,
vast.
yeah, ovate would do that.
It's vast through the S and quartz or some similar play like that, man. That's just going to make the left side of the board almost entirely inaccessible for the rest of the game without.
Yeah, except I wouldn't play vast because of the Y hook.
I agree. Yeah. So a play similar to that, though,
Right.
could really make things tough. But it does allow forking plays back. If you play down through the F, you can open up the top left and the bottom left at the same time. But
Right. Or he could play veto of the V off the RE, veto keeping MAN, which is a nice combination. But blocks. Oh, he plays it the other way. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that keeps things tight. Veto doesn't take just the back S, and so barring an X bomb or something similar, that's a good defensive play.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised at Soya. He's got to keep the board open, and it's a good way of scoring.
Yep. Score or score a lot of points as well, which you have to do when you're down 100. You can't just open lines for 10. You have to score points at the same time.
AGE, manager, man grow. There are all sorts of eights with that. An A gives Gravaman. Yeah, but it was a good. Too bad. What does he have? Let's see. Goy is no good. Okay. Yeah. There's no front hook for OY. Can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, plays like Maven are an equity play, making AM at 11K, but you can't do that with the lead you have.
No.
You don't want to open the board, but there's no way to score points unless you do, it seems like. So.
UNGE. No, nothing there. Gunman. Keeping REV.
Gunman or gunman, yeah, either one. I'd hold the E in this case, just looking at the distribution.
Of course.
But
I'd rather get rid of the V.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, with the lead, that V is a really nice tile to have. You can whack out
for blocking. That's true. There's a point there. Yeah.
V is one of my favorite tiles. I tend to be a closed board player, and man, I'll hold one for several turns. That's a good play.
He did play it.
Yeah. Nice find for both of y'all.
Yeah.
And Mac is not getting any help from the tile bag. I think at this point you play Iota in one of the two spots, either under Soya or on top, and just throw this thing open. But
you think he's going to do that? Wow, that would be unlike Mac, at least at this point. But maybe.
It's that or exchange. I don't see.
I can't see anything. I would exchange. No,
Toonie. Yeah, open it up.
Well,
and that allows you to play plays through the T and Toonie to open up that triple and kind of work your way to the left side, which you're probably going to need to do.
Yeah. RED. Oh, that's tough.
That is tough. Yeah, I mean, Cutter
ahead by 6-3. Well,
open the triple. You can't do it. Cuter, similar earlier version, but DVT's awful.
Yeah, there's DUVET's delicate because you got the lead, although it blocks there and opens up a nice triple letter score to the double. Cuter.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
it's. He's got one turn to try to survive a bingo next to the Toonie
Yeah.
line. He's going to be able to do it here as Mac is still not getting any help from the top bag.
Well, he's got a nice way to get rid of the X, but how does he do it? You don't want to play Kex and leave yourself with 3 A's and an I.
Yeah, he can't do Lex either. Still the same thing. Max next to Gunman plays off one of your A's. It doesn't score as well, but that's another option.
It certainly is. 16, 17, 18, 24, 30 points. Certainly reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps you a little bit more in bingo range. The
Right.
K is going to score okay at M3 if you need it. Possibly,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough situation to be in as well.
Yeah. He's not going to play XI. I can guarantee that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Toonie. That's just no. Not going to do
I
that.
think I'd play Max here and just keep the board with the shape you've set it up to have.
MX is a fine play. I mean, theoretically, he could play Axe 2 at the top right, but
Oh yeah, similar idea.
29. It's 1 point different.
It allows Josh to drop consonants for a ton of points back.
The
But
only slight thing I like about or dislike, I guess, wait a minute, this is Mac's turn. I prefer Max because it leaves you with a potential Z play. You know, some 3-letter word with Z. Up on the top right. You know, I mean, you're looking at score off of high point tiles too. I don't know.
Yeah, neat turn for sure. I'm trying to see if there's any other way we can open the board, maybe next to Soya, but anything we do there is going to close off the Toonie line that was opened up.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's just going to grab
Kex. Wow.
Kex holds AAAIL, but it does pull him within 40 points. So
yeah, I'm just surprised.
Yeah, and AX at the top would have allowed Josh to have just like a no-brainer FEH play for
True.
a bunch of points. So worked out for him definitely over some of the other options. Ooh, this is not fun for either player. I'm grimacing at all of these racks.
Well, if he wants to play, Vox. No, he can't play Vox. Hux, Tux, Fox. Nothing goes in front of the UF.
Nice.
Fretted. Nice way to do it.
Block the board, play off 4 consonants, hold your S. It checks all the boxes. Wow, good play, good spot.
Turns out he got the one consonant that sort of makes his rack palatable. The B.
Yeah.
It goes very well with those letters.
Yeah, it's interesting that he played cab at the top instead of something like ABBA next to fretted, but ABBA I think just gets shut down so quickly with an underlap. So cab, Max seems to have the same playbook here. Just score a lot of points and don't worry about the bingo yet. Just claw my way back, and when my rack gets a little more balanced, I think that's when he's planning to open it up.
Yeah. Let's see. Toonies, SO, Soth, maybe 24, 27. Yeah, 34. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh has
he
to
needs
be
a G. Where is a G? He needs a G. Yeah. Pelagio would be nice.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But
we're not going to find any floaters on this board.
Well, Paella, but that Mac is down 62. Can he go down to the double word from the T? But I don't.
Tilapia is not quite there. No, yeah.
Maybe he plays off the A, L something, Lipa. I don't know. Sets up an S hook. I don't know. Or a D. Dope. Nothing really. This is really getting to be a very tight board. Look at that left side. Wow.
Yeah, at some point, Mac is going to have to try to open this board up, but his rack has been so consistently bad that, now's not the time. Now is not the time. But if you wait any longer, there's no more time. Maybe you
Right.
play like Pile, Pial at 6K. It leaves that H just kind of floating there for now. Holds AEIL, but
Leaves the
scores a
T
little bit.
open. Yeah, that's a reasonable play. Yeah, given his tiles, sure. Or no, never mind.
Okay,
I mean,
so
Alp is good because he keeps an L.
that's correct, yeah.
So
But Josh was able to play VINS and AAS, which again just shuts down the board.
right.
He's wielding these V's and just thwacking the lines over and over.
He would have a nice Collins bingo, Dulea, but
Yeah.
Void, got to open it up.
Yep. And putting that
And
D
he'll play
on
Frimp.
there.
No, it's not Frimp, is it? No, never mind. Preemie blocks it to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
IEDs are still there, but
Yeah.
Or he could go down. P. No, really.
Yeah. It'd have to be just something like PI, but that's, you got to score a little bit more.
Yeah, he's not up that much. Preemie, yeah. Now he gets his bingo. Now does he have it through the H? I don't
see it.
The D, I don't see that either.
Launder, Lordane are the two 7s in this rack, but they're not going to fit on this board either.
No.
So you have to decide, I guess, do you make like a 6-tile play at 15A, like unlaid or something similar to that? Rundle? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sure.
And just like that, without a bingo, Mack has almost clawed his way back into this game. He's down 24 points in a tempo, but Josh doesn't.
He has good tiles here. Oh, what did he do? Oh, way. Okay.
Scores a bunch.
52, and now he's stuck with 5 vols. But he does have a nice way to open it. He can play Bureau.
Ooh, yeah. Create 2 different
28, which is only 24 down. Keeping OE. I mean, I don't know what else he has besides Bureau. He's got to play Bureau. No, he doesn't. Okay.
Similar play.
Here, bud. But it uses the same letters. Oh.
Ouch.
Too bad.
And that's
Bureau. It would have blocked. Oh, no, he would have had Cassified. Oh, Cassifier, right. If he'd played Bureau, he would have had Cassified.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So actually, the other Bureau for more points would not have been as good as it turns out.
Yes, yeah. Oh, interesting. And now we've got a game. Mack is down just 9 points and draws the blank too. Ooh.
Wow.
Leghorn fits with new.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A Ruffin. There's probably other
Mack's turn?
It's Mack's turn. Mack is going to bingo.
Yeah, he's got his bingo.
But he's got to probably take his time, figure out the right bingo, the highest scoring bingo. And, you got to be worried about Jay-Z in the bag. It's possible you draw those and if you draw both, you're probably going to lose because Josh is going to make you eat one.
Right. That's interesting.
I wonder if it's actually correct to bingo.
There are 5 in the bag.
To be, right? Yeah,
well,
it is.
He's got an L. Let's see.
He's got Jill.
Zill. What are the letters left?
EIJLN is a.
If he puts a Z there, it's not going to hurt him. So he has Zill for 44.
Does that give him an out?
Airy. I don't know if it.
Airy and a new is 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and then Zill sets up Airy at 3D as well. So Zill seems to win this game for Josh. He'll go out in 2 or very well.
He's going to see that.
But Gian, Jeon, I don't think that's going to be enough for Mack. Gion's going to score 36, which would put Mack at 354. But yeah, the combination of Zill and Airy is going to be enough to do it. Josh's going to take his time, make sure he's got the 2 outs, not missing anything. But I believe Josh is going to eke this one out.
Right. 36 gives him 64, down 13. All he needs is 10 points. And he gets the Y on the double letter, or he gets the triple. Yeah, easy.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So Matt did a really cool job, even pulling ahead. I do wonder if it was right to bingo with Leghorn, or if there's a way.
He's going to be thinking about that tonight when he goes to sleep.
I just don't see. You've got to be able to open a second line if you're going to make. If you're not going to bingo, and there's not an effective way to do that. You're vulnerable to any blocking
Right.
play you can make. But wow. Okay. Neat little
Good game, though.
on catching up without bingoing until the very end, but then bingoing maybe costing you the game, ironically. Crazy one.
Very cool.
I'm sure we'll get Mac and Josh back in here in just a minute to hear their thoughts, but yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. Stuff to learn from both players and the way they played, the way Josh kept the board.
What a game.
Wow.
What a game.
I'm sorry, Mac.
Man.
That was yours. I mean, you deserve
Now,
that.
I know you're going to be thinking,
Phony.
Mac, about whether you should have just fished instead of
bingoing with Leghorn.
Yeah, we were talking about that possibility.
Yeah, I mean, well, number one, I figured I didn't really have time to permute through that, and number two, though, like, I guess where would I fish? Because I figured it would be pretty easy for Josh to just block that line. That's the problem. Like, I just didn't feel like I had enough lines to fish. So I thought about it. I mean, briefly, but
yeah.
And I mean, I didn't have a better bingo than Leghorn. I don't think, right? I mean, 'cause I saw Gore.
I don't think so.
And
We
Ruffin,
didn't
but
see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ruffin scores less, Gorhin scores less. I think Leghorn's the highest scoring one, just with what's unseen in the bag. It's, I don't know, it's tricky.
Is there a word in case fire?
No, it's like I guess ceasefire.
An interesting fact. Had you, instead of playing earbud, if you had seen bureau, would you have played bureau to the U in London?
And then I would have played Caseify.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Exactly.
So bad.
Yeah, I missed it.
I created a masterpiece and then ruined it and still won.
Yeah, it's 10 more points. That's obviously, I mean, way better. Yeah, I just, it's definitely counterintuitive to look
through a U.
At a U,
U when your rack is like AEEOUB.
Right.
But no, I should have played.
But earbud turned out to be the right play.
Yep. Wow. Is Facies good? Facies?
Yeah, that's good.
Facies. Sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Wait, Facies? Oh, yeah, it's
FAE.
weird 6, right? Yeah, it is.
Yes, yeah.
Facies is good, right? That's what I'm asking.
We liked almost all of your plays. I mean, Tooney was good, great, maybe even the best play. I would have exchanged, but it may have been your best play.
Yeah, I wanted to open up another line at least. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God, I hated making that play. I mean, I thought about Axial making AA under Soya. Josh with Kex, I kept AAAIL.
I figured
we were thinking of possibly.
It had to be really bad, right? Yeah.
We were thinking of Max, the M and Gunman.
I thought about that, but it's 18 points.
I know. And
the thing is, the K is like, in theory, it's a good scoring tile. It just didn't seem like that good a scoring tile on this particular board at that point.
Right.
So,
and then you got the perfect consonant. The B goes with that rack. I mean, as it turns out, you make
Help was a tough play too. I had AEIL. I just really liked opening because I figured having the two constants there made it harder for Josh to deal with that AAL line if he didn't have a hook for it.
Right. And you keep the L for AAL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Yeah.
Man. So do you guys like my first play, or would you have played Quays?
No, we like it. I mean, I mentioned Quays, but I think passing the two is fine.
What was the rack?
QUST blank YY.
ST blank YY. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah, Shook.
Wow.
Exchange YY or Quays.
So lucky. Sook?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, damn. I ruined
that was a really crazy game, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
phonies. All right, who's last? It's
me and Matt.
Matt. And then we'll do maybe some sort of thing afterwards.
All right.
Okay, you want to set me up?
Yep, I will be right there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so lucky I didn't have anything earlier. Like that's the issue with playing like stifling defenses. If they just break through, that's it. All right.
All right. Sent Joe the match request, so we'll get set up on there. I'm going to drop off so I don't hear the commentary. I'd hate to cheat, so I'll be back in a few minutes after I.
Good luck to them. Well.
Okay.
Where are they?
Yeah, that was a bizarre game we just had.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see when they start playing.
Yeah, I definitely missed Bureau. That's because I kept EO with earbud. It's so hard to see. Looking for you.
It would have lost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have lost the game. So what can you do? I should add these people as friends on Woogles. Oh, they're playing already. Okay.
Are they? Okay, we just waited.
They've already played. Yeah, I figured that you can't see if someone's playing unless they're your friend. Okay, I sent the link. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so we've seen 2 plays.
All right, I'm not there yet.
We've seen 2 plays, so this is a very interesting position.
Oh, here we
already.
go. So
look at this.
Wow, so Matt Bingo's with forehand, one before the triple. I mean, that seems like the correct play. But
now,
wow, this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, if Matt's drawn an S immediately, he's incredibly likely to win this game. And if he hasn't, it's going to be
Joe
weird.
Can't really block very effectively with his right. I mean, he could play like rigid, but then Matt can still just play something starting with an S.
No, he has to play Burring, right?
He's got to. I mean, he
has to play BIRING and go for the S himself. Or Gripier, same idea. Oh my gosh.
So now does Matt... This is actually an interesting decision. Does he play Doges or does he Bingo?
Doges? How much is that? Isn't that only like 60? Oh, it's 69.
Yeah. And it takes away that spot.
69, whereas a Bingo...
does he have any...
Bingo? Thumbs through the eye?
I just had this rack against you. It's Genocide. Yeah, it's Genocide for 86.
Oh.
Yes, Genocide in the loin, because my opening rack against you was Dinge OE, and I checked this right after our game.
Okay.
It's Genocide, loin, they're the only 8s.
That's very.
So do you play Genocide for 86, or do you play Doges for 69?
Of course, you got to play. You got to play the content play. I mean, it's.
Also, it's worth mentioning.
It doesn't evoke feelings of contentment to play Genocide, but.
Forehand takes a front A, and I believe A forehand does not take an S. Just worth mentioning.
No, that does not take an S. Yeah. Yeah, that's also interesting. So it would have been an easier way if Joe had an A to just block the S hook to just play there. He probably would have. I mean, but
I'm guessing maybe he wasn't sure of. Yeah. He may have been unsure of Burring. That's my guess because I think
it's very hard to play that, but it's also very hard to challenge.
True.
Although Matt will challenge words he doesn't know, as we saw in your game.
Mm-hmm. True.
Wow. Okay, so the decision is to play for 86, leaving the S hook on forehand alive, or to play the S hook on forehand for 69, keeping EN, which is a pretty positive leave. It's probably worth like 5
I feel like from a win percent, he goes with so he blocks it with geodes, which I mean Doges is probably slightly better because actually they score the same, right?
Yeah,
it's comparable. But I think he made the right call by blocking from a whip percentage standpoint.
People in chat think about leaving it open, but it definitely worked out. What Joe would have played.
Yeah, because the thing is, guys, right? I mean, there's still 4 S's left. Joe just turned over 6 tiles, right? So with 63 in the bag, I mean, the odds of Joe picking an S are probably about 25-30%, give or take.
No, I think it's more. I think it's more.
Oh, he's turned over 6. Yeah, it's it's like almost 40%.
Yeah. I don't do math like you. I just intuit it, but it seemed like more.
Yeah, well, because so roughly, I guess it would have been roughly 4 and 70 times 6. Yeah, like probably about 35-40%. But it's
4 and 70 times 6. Sure.
It's I mean, not exact, but close enough. Yeah. So Beatnik doesn't play, right? know.
Oh yeah, Beatnik.
Snake bit almost.
And Kibe,
Okay.
that's a good play.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I actually don't even.
So Matt is up 100.
Wasn't even sure that was a word. Like Kibbe with an I, I remember. But there's so many
there's a
spellings
bunch
for
of
that.
weirds, and then Kebbe is also good, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And then Kibbeh.
All right, so Joe has a fossil on his rack.
Indeed, he does.
But that's a chess term, right? That's what XQC popularized the term a fossil in the chess PogChamps era of the pandemic, wherein a bunch of like top streamers decided they would play chess, and the biggest streamer in the world, XQC, said, "Oh, it's a fossil, guys," and I don't know what he meant. He basically meant, I think the game was over. That's basically what he meant.
I think
So
sounds about right.
For all you chess fans, I'm sure you love that. So what do? You have 2 S's now.
Yeah, this is maybe Foy just to open another bingo line on the right for his S's. Either Foy or Foys. I know it's not good, but I mean, what else?
Yeah, if that's what you got to do, you're in big
Oh,
trouble.
never mind. I thought he had Orfish through the R and the H, but it doesn't quite work because of GA. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We should have a PogChamps for Scrabble. Yeah, definitely. Hey, I'm calling all streamers. I'll train you. I'll train you to get good at Scrabble. Unfortunately, the main difference between Scrabble and chess is the learning curve. You can basically learn how the pieces move. And then
this game is pretty much over now because Matt has Tarlatan or Alterant through that A. So
yeah,
unless... Well, I mean, it's not quite over. If Joe Bingo's back, because I expect he'll play Tarlatan, not to float something in the triple line, and Joe does have 2 S's.
Oh, there would definitely be.
There would
definitely be. If there was a PogChamps for Scrabble, it would be Void Challenge. I think there would be. Yeah, we wouldn't allow for phonies. I think. I don't know.
And
it would
Joe
be
draws the
interesting.
Q.
Why are you talking about this game? It's like 242 to 89. We're talking about Scrabble PogChamps. Come on. Yeah, this is pretty terrible. But after QIS,
this game is not over yet.
Stuff can happen. Board still has life in it. Josh, wow, our producer doesn't know what PogChamps is. Oh, you better look that up, sir. All right. I assume Matt's going to block the triple here at all costs. Play something like Trad or Larnt or Stand? No.
Larnt looks pretty good, just to unload an extra consonant. Tart.
Okay, Tart.
That
makes sense too. It doesn't open any bingo lanes and blocks bingo lanes, actually. And now we have this terrible rack.
Yeah, I don't think there's any playable
AEILSTU. If you can't bingo with that rack, you are not doing much of anything.
Just QI and AI or something to score at least a little bit. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We have a definition of PogChamps on the screen. No, it'd be really nice. I think we could manage that. It'd be fun. Anyways, Sicule is a Collins word. We'll see if Matt challenges that off.
I wonder if that was intentional.
Yeah, I wonder. Hasn't been challenged yet. This could actually. Okay.
And now it comes off.
Wow. Nice try, Joe. Desperate times. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I can't.
Valid word.
I mean, the problem is, right? It's so high prob.
Yeah.
That
it's a valid word, but only in the international lexicon.
Yeah, it's just such a. And now Matt.
Do you think it was intentional? Sometimes we get confused between lexicon.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, Joe hasn't played Collins in many years, but he did study Collins years and years ago when he played the World Championship. Probably, I mean, we're talking probably 20 or 30 years ago before either of us started. Before either of us started playing, but it's possible that it creeped into his head a little bit, or maybe he saw it and he just wasn't really sure, and he felt he had to. Of course, if Matt finds Van Loads here, the game is just completely over.
Oh, Van Loads, nice. I was trying to find that.
Yeah,
you're too fast. Yeah, He'll definitely say that it was intentional, I think, if we ask him about it. Whether or not it was.
Maybe we'll see. I
Hey,
don't
what's
think
up,
there's
Jake?
any because
Welcome in.
Vandals doesn't play. I don't think there's anything through the eye. So I think.
Yeah, but Matt could just play like anything here.
I mean, if Matt just plays Vandal, keeping S blank,
Yeah,
obviously.
just Vandal through the A
this game is
vulture.
completely over.
Wow. Man. Oh, he just plays Van. Okay. That's actually, that's a deeper move. The reasoning behind that is after this play, it's much, much, much harder for Joe to ever access the top of the board, specifically the top right of the board. So by preventing a play from the top of the board on the K file, he's pretty much securing the win as best as he can, he thinks. So,
yeah, especially, well, he also knows Joe only has 1 pointers and isn't going to be scoring anything on this turn.
Right, so now he can think next turn to play through the A. Of course, if you'd seen Van loads, he would have played that.
Land slip. Oh, land slip through the eye. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I just went through that word. I've been going through 8-letter words that have given me trouble before. Yeah, totally understandable miss as well. Blank bingos,
and
low
land
probability
slid
bingos
is also good, which of course
land
takes
slid,
the back
land
E.
slip.
Yep.
Right. That's what's confusing about it for me, because like, is there really more than one land slit word? That's what I ask myself, and the answer is yes.
He has telestic to the C, by the way. Joe does here.
Oh, all right. Speaking of bingos to C's, we had Matt have the opportunity to play a seismic earlier, which Joe seem to have spotted very quickly. So, yeah, hopefully he sees the C and cozy.
This C is a little bit more concealed, though.
Like, yeah, it's very concealed.
Yeah.
That's a pun, right? Because C is in the word conceal. No, is it? Does that count as a pun?
Oh,
it was missed
he
too.
it. I mean, well, let's face it. If he did it, Matt immediately slaps down dentists for 131 anyway, so it may have actually worked out better for Joe, which is the ironic thing.
Wow, yeah. After putting the T in the triple lane, yep. Well,
yeah, and I am quite confident dentists would not be missed, especially since making the blank and E is quite obvious here.
Teletic, but telestic was, yeah, I think Josh meant to type telestic there in the overlay, but type teletic. Typo. Anyways, yeah, this game's still over, but yeah, it's interesting. We've had some good games. My game against you was good. My game against Matt was good. My game against Joe was
my
good.
games against you and Joe were both really, really good.
Yeah, but games with Matt in them tend to be one-sided, it seems, if we're going by this very small sample size.
Well, no, not your game with Matt.
Except, yeah.
That one came down to the wire.
They're more likely to be.
Yeah.
And yeah,
no, well, my game with Matt was a blowout, and it looks like this one is certainly trending towards a blowout in Matt's favor, barring something.
I wouldn't have been sure
crazy.
of Dita's.
Oh, that it takes an S?
Yeah, but it is a Philippine tree. It is a tree. When in doubt, a word is either a tree or a monetary unit, right?
Probably so. And Joe opens a triple, so
wow.
Matt, there's Wainscot and Womanist. He could also play
Matt
Warrison.
Could just play Warrison and PEW.
He could. He should probably play Wainscot, though, or Womanist. I mean, for win percentage.
What's the highest score that Joe can get through this triple?
Mixomata for 275 or something.
Mac, how do you do that?
I mean, I looked through the poll, I saw there was an X, and I was like, what could he have with the X? And I mean, the odds of that happening
exactly 275 also.
Is it really? I mean, I did not do the math in my head, but is it actually 275?
Guys, I don't think you understand how ridiculous Mac is. Maybe.
I mean, I swear I did not add it up in my head before I said that. I promise. I mean, I just
That's what's even more ridiculous about it. As Joe just seals his fate, decides that he wants to probably score 300 this game if he can. Yeah, what to say? That was a very tough game. I guess it just comes down to gripe beer, right?
I mean, I don't know if it really mattered, right? Because I mean,
Who knows?
Matt still would have presumably played geodes after Burying, and
Right.
I guess we'll never know for sure. But it's still an extremely
still would have
bleak
been
position for Joe. He's
horrible, yeah.
down 90 on a bad board at that point, drawing
And
to
Cozy
a P
was the
into his
best
what?
play, right? Cozy keeping RIG.
I
don't really
missed
see why
that
not.
rack.
Yogic?
But
Maybe you could play Yogic in that position.
you could. I don't really like keeping the Z early on personally. I think I would have gone with Cozy. It's also just so good defensively.
Someone says you should make a YouTube short. Sorry, I'm not really quite in frame for these.
A YouTube short of what?
Of you just finding Mixomata and announcing the score in 2 seconds. I'll do it if you don't. I'll do it if you
All
don't.
right, fine. You do it.
As long as Josh allows us to do that. Unless he wants the exclusive rights to all the content.
And I'm still waiting for your compilation of my mispronunciations of words from my Hasty Butt series.
Oh God, I don't want to hear those anymore. I don't want to hear you mispronounce words. Yeah, I should do that. Best of Mac mispronouncing words. Yeah. Oh, Joe may need volume. Apparently, there's some issue with volume.
Oh, should I go help him out? Well, is the game over?
We can see him. I don't know why he's on screen.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the game isn't over yet, so maybe we probably should wait.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's talking, so.
Mooing. Yeah, mooing.
There we go.
Does that go out in 2?
DN, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's going to be almost 500 points for Matt.
Yeah,
good
tough
win.
game for Joe there. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll never know after Burying, but pretty brutal game.
Is that comment from Alex? You seem almost like a native speaker of NWL.
Me or you?
Yeah, Mac.
Me?
Mac, when he was a kid, he was taught the language of NWL.
Oh, man.
Back then it was TWL.
It was a tough one, Joe.
So did I make any major mistakes in the first half? Forget the second half.
I mean, the only thing was probably Burying through the end instead of Grapier to score a few more points. BIRRING.
Yeah.
I mean, it scores a few more points and still turns over 6 tiles. But, I mean, you missed Telestic when you played TI, but, I mean, it was too late at that point.
Yeah, if Joe had played Telestic, Matt,
I didn't even
played Dentist.
Yeah, he would have played Dentists for 131 anyway, so it would have actually been even worse, which is the funny part.
Yeah.
So,
at that point, I knew I was going to lose, even if
of course.
I found a bingo. I just played, you know?
No, but I mean, early in the game,
I would have seen it in a 25-minute game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, very interesting decision with Geodes. We were wondering about that.
That was tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that scored better than Endogeny there?
Yeah, so Genocide, but
I'm sorry?
Still seems Genocide. The eye.
Yeah,
it still seems like
he did.
It's worth doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's 69 points, and he takes out that spot and goes up 90, and you just turned over 6 tiles with 4 S's unseen. I think even if we both liked Geodes over Genocide, Matt, to be honest. I mean, even though you're giving up 17 points.
Wait a sec. It might be the best play, but it wasn't my favorite play.
Your favorite play is leave the spot.
I would have liked to see 4 hands happen with a real S.
Yeah, that was tough. Even if I see Genocides, I think I've got to play Geodes down there. I just, going up 90, how could you not,
Yeah.
I was confused about Alterant versus Tarleton too. I definitely knew both words, and I just felt like, open up a slight triple possibility, but there's 4 unseen S's with like 51 unseen. Like, I almost felt like this was safer between the two.
Yeah, it pushes. It really. What I usually say, it like brings the game forward. It sort of like pushes the what do you call it? Pushes the. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It makes things
one shot. You get one shot, triple, and then it's done.
It speeds up the process of whatever happening.
The one problem, though, I guess, is you could have theoretically drawn no vowels, right, and not been able to block it. But it's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, no, I'm me. I don't do that. I draw good stuff.
All right. So we have the standings on screen. Josh, some noob is in first place.
Coming up to 74.
Yeah, plus 74. That looks like your record in the tournament yesterday, Matt. In whatchamacallit? What was it? You played a tournament in Princeton, right?
Oh, I played yesterday.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you had a lot of wins, but not by that many points.
Yeah, I went.
That's how you do it when you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know words, right?
Well, I just thwacked every lane. I bingoed on the first turn or second turn in most games, and then just like, okay, I'm up by 50, and I'll stay up by 50. That's good with me. We're trying to
I
figure out
think
how
we
we
should
want to do
do
playoffs
two more
here.
games. I would say two more games. So we'll have um, Matt face off against Joe again, and then me face off against Mac. I think that makes the most sense. Um, some sort of King of the Hill thing. And wow, we're gaining subscribers too. 616. Very nice. Keep subscribing, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? You guys rematch immediately?
I don't
Yeah.
care. That's fine with
Yes.
me. If that's what you want.
try to draw something good this time, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on,
Thanks.
Joe, you're due. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is, I know if he loses again and gets unlucky, and he's going to just take it out on me later when we play more games.
So yeah, just click the rematch button then, and
Yeah.
we don't have to send a link. Yeah.
Rematch is sent. I'll drop off the video chat, and I'll see you guys again on the flip side. Hopefully, there's some analysis we can actually give, and I don't just draw everything. But we'll see.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to go help Joe. I'll be right back. He should be.
All right, I'm here. I'm still here, guys. I need to center myself more in these square shots. I apologize. Just face the camera, Josh. Just talk to the camera. How do you guys like my background? What do you guys think of my background as they start the next game? Oh wow. That was a very interesting opening rack and a very quick decision to just exchange the two U's by Matt. Like, I can't fault that, really.
What did he keep,
That's
Josh?
pretty crazy. Sizes. He kept sizes.
He kept SIZES, trading too,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It's, huh.
I mean, it's keeping a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, that is not a play I would have made, but it's certainly interesting. I would have probably kept ESS personally.
Really? You would have gotten... It's hard to get rid of the Z so early.
Yeah, I don't like Z's early on. I like bingoing. So I would have personally... Yeah.
Yeah, the Z is a good tile, but not necessarily so early in the game unless you get a good spot for it.
Yeah.
So
now
yeah.
Joe kind of has an interesting rack here. Especially after an exchange 2. I mean, he does not think sizes in Matt's range, that's for sure. He exchanges 1.
Wow.
I'm not sure about that because Legate doesn't
How
hit
often
with
does that? Yeah.
any of the vowels.
How often does that hit a
might have
bingo?
exchanged like 2 or 3 there. Probably 3.
How come? What don't you like about exchange O? Can you explain?
It doesn't hit with A, E, I, O, or U. And
it does hit with a B and an A on the board. So agitable, very nice find. But yeah, that was a very interesting, I guess maybe even strange exchange. He was maybe trying to emulate me from earlier, right, with my exchange 1. But yeah, I guess you don't hit with a lot of
number of 8
one tile draws. Interesting.
Huh. Almost has Boogaloo here. Could play Google through the G, getting rid of all 3 O's and his other G.
Yeah, this is a terrible rack for Joe. Oh my goodness. Google, Googol, yeah.
Unfortunately, the X
and
is
then
gone.
You can extend that.
Yeah, Googleplex. The X is gone. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And he exchanges again. I feel like Google was probably enough points to be
Yeah,
worth it.
probably. It's just really
19
tough to see
points.
that.
And I mean, AU isn't good, but I don't think it's 19 points better than AL. And he fortunately redraws a U because he does pick up the Q.
Mm-hmm.
And Quell through the L and agitable is the first thing I see.
Yeah, that works.
Could play
That
Qua. I don't
works.
like the two L's though.
Qua and ab.
Yeah.
That does score a bit more, but doesn't leave Joe with very good letters. Yeah, I like Quell. Could also be something. You think he might try to keep the Q? I don't think so, right? Okay, he plays Qua.
Let's go with Qua, which, I mean, it is 4 more points.
Queenish is not a word, but
No.
you could play. You could play Quinn to go for Hennequin.
Quinn or I was gonna say if the Z
Oh,
was
Quinn! Yeah, then you could draw Quincy. Oh my
Quincy,
gosh.
but unfortunately the Z has already been played.
Queenish. That would be a very funny play, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean
it's
it's so
either a
many
word or it
points too. I
isn't,
mean,
right?
there's no way Joe would not challenge that. I have to imagine.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to say. It's either a word or it isn't. In this
And then
case, it isn't.
Kingish is not good either, and neither is Hikings, which is kind of surprising because most sports do take an S.
Oh, hikings.
Hikings is no good.
Yeah, that should be a word. Pretty much
I remember
every
once I allowed bikings to
sport.
stay on the board, which is also not a word.
Huh. Yeah,
But
those should be added.
cyclings is a word, and I believe,
So-
and yeah, runnings is a word too. So
So we're just gonna
Who knows?
see like HUE somewhere. HUE
I
plays with
guess.
NIXE, with AE, with HE. It's not like great.
not a very
you could
exciting
draw a
board
couple
either.
vowels and be in trouble.
I guess if he wants to score, you play high rees through the R and brands, making Quay, but I don't think that makes sense.
Okay, so we say
And
CQ for
we have,
17.
let's see.
Omelette, no.
Mm,
Huh, Tollman is not going to fit.
Melilot isn't going to fit. Martello was blocked.
Wow.
Almost Melioli.
Is there nothing here? I guess I trust you. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, there are no bingos here.
There's not? Okay. Yeah, I didn't finish going through the alphabet, but I was starting to lean towards there not being any. Expect
guess
Joe will probably take a little
MOLL.
time, though.
Yeah, I mean, you should. When you have a blank and
I mean,
decent looking
obviously
tiles.
the best play is to burn your blank and play Meller for 7. There's nothing to really think about here.
Meller for 7. Yeah, that reminds me of when I chickened out of, well, I talked myself out of playing Meld. And I was thinking like a reason Meld would be a word is if I ever heard Mac talk about it. And I couldn't remember you ever talking about Mel being a verb, so I didn't play Meld, and I was right not to. And Meller similarly is not a word, but who would challenge that? If someone played Meller burning their blank for 7 points in this position, I would be like, sure, you do that. Go ahead, get rid of your blank. I'm not gonna challenge that, and I'm not going to give you your turn back. Normally in these casual games, people will sometimes play phonies on purpose because they think it's funny, and their opponent will challenge the word and give them their turn back. That's something that happens in online play because you can't. In over the board play, you can put that phony word on the board and be like, ha ha ha, look what I did, and then take it back. But online, you can't do that. I was wondering, like, if it would be interesting to have a version of online Scrabble.
Hold on, Joe's having trouble. One sec.
Oh,
Well, I'm coming.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Joe might be in blindfold mode or something on Woogles. If you press semicolon on your keyboard and you have blindfold mode enabled, it'll actually just freeze you. It'll prevent you from typing anything else. So I wonder if that's what happened here. Yeah, Joe now lost a lot of time trying to make a play. That's too bad. We got a little bit of technical troubles on our hands. Was it?
That was bizarre. So
blindfold
Joe
mode?
was apparently trying to play moltenly through the E in agitable, not realizing he didn't have an N, and then couldn't figure out how to get the tiles back on his rack, which I had to help him with.
Okay.
Which I actually found once too when I was the first time I played on Woogles. If your play goes to the edge of the board like that one would have, it's actually that button, they should make it more obvious. It's sometimes not obvious. They have to use that button to get the tiles back to your rack if you can't just backspace.
Okay. But you didn't tell him that you don't have moltenly, right? That would be bad.
No, I mean, it wouldn't have really. Well, it wouldn't have really given him much anyway, right? I mean, but
that's unfortunate. Hopefully, Joe's going to be able to play the rest of the game in time. Hate to see it. So Xiao is played. Yeah, that looks okay. What was I going to say? Yeah, would you be interested in playing a online Scrabble game where if you put tiles on the board, your opponent sees what you're doing?
Wait, how would that work?
Oh wow, quotient. I don't know. It'd be some sort of like client side thing that produces the same thing to the other client. I'm not super.
In theory, that would more directly mimic real life, right? So it would kind of make sense if it were doable.
Oh, hello to Mimo Samantha. We have our first, I guess, fan person. I don't think anyone was really rooting for anyone as outspokenly as Samantha is now rooting for.
That is
Matt.
1, 2, 3. I believe that is a total of 11 exclamation marks, if I counted correctly. If you combine the exclamation marks from both of those phrases, so I would consider that to be definitely adequately enthusiastic. Yes, that is 4 and 7.
Oh, interesting. So on the play of Xiao, Joe had Egypts from the E of Enlivens, the second E for 60 points, burning the blank. That might have been a good play.
And Matt has Florida with a blank L, which is not a word and doesn't play on this board.
Yeah, I think he's trying to see if he can overlap all of the way the letters of quotient. Oh, instead he just plays Fora. Interesting.
I don't think he could have. I would have probably played Aji there personally.
Oh, Aji. I was just looking at playing next to the O.
Down there. Yeah, that maybe makes more sense.
But I think Matt noticed there were a lot of vowels left, maybe.
And does he have a bingo here,
Spot
though?
for air radio?
Actually?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Huh.
Railroad doesn't fit.
So you might burn some time and give Joe some chance to recover from.
Joe is up 65 points here too, so Joe is in a good position.
Quotient was huge.
Hold on, I got to count. That's 12. Joe has an even bigger fan now. That is 12 exclamation marks.
4 + 7 = 11. Thank you, Muffin Tentacle, for verifying. Listeam is adequately enthusiastic, I guess, for both players. All right, so we have one fan of Joe, one fan of Matt. But we're all fans of Scrabble, so it doesn't really matter, right?
I guess Fado here probably is reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks good. From the F and Fora, FADO for 24. But yeah, that's once you make sure that you aren't missing something and hope that you aren't missing something. Oval. Oh, that's a good play.
I didn't actually see that. That's a better play, I have to imagine.
That's
also leaving the F open
play.
because he could draw Arified and a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's actually a much better play. So good find by Matt.
Nice. Yeah, scores more, keeps a slightly better leave too. And it's worth noting that in this position, Matt is down a bit less than 40, so leaving the triple open could cause some trouble if Joe's able to score there, then this is what happens. Even now, after Matt Bingos from the M, right? He must have
Mediator, yeah.
Yeah, Mediator. He's only up 12 points.
There is Reinform for 39.
Oh, Reinform. Yeah, that's a thing.
That was actually probably part of. I was thinking at first he would just play Form instead of
Quickly.
Reinform.
Wow.
Or, he kept EUPSY, which is okay. It's a little bit clunky, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out for Joe. Matt probably has to play Deft next to Quotient to score and unload some consonants.
Yeah, this is not fantastic, is it? He could also play Fed for more.
True.
The same
Actually,
spot if he wants to keep scoring.
33.
It's important to have vowels in
these. I think
endgame positions.
5 more points, and it is it's a pretty even pool, but a few more consonants.
Right.
Probably just playing off the. Yeah, I think that's the right call. You really need to ensure you get a vowel.
Yeah, this is a really close one.
Dicey.
Wow.
This is gonna.
But
be close.
Joe drew 2 vowels, which is really good. He doesn't really know it, but
yeah, and the last of the E's.
Yeah, he has all the E's. Oh, wow.
Whoa,
that's a weird play.
Yeah.
I guess he is pretty low on time, so he doesn't want to think too much.
So I would have played I in the same spot for more points above there if.
Interesting.
I'm wondering if he could have mouse slipped or something.
Maybe, yeah, that might have been a keyboard slip, right?
I'm not sure what he would have meant to play there. That's better, right? Like what?
Maybe EPE.
That's still, I don't know. Get rid of all your. That seems like a terrible play to get rid of all your E's.
Huh.
Maybe he sees something we don't. Maybe is there anything he could be like fishing for, like on the top left?
If he draws an O, he gets U's and YE. If he draws a K, he gets Ukes and YE. That's a thing. But I'm not really.
Now from. Yeah, from Matt's perspective, this is probably going to throw him for a loop too.
Yeah, he probably thinks Joe is sitting on AEST or something.
Yeah, I would imagine that, or like AEOS or something like that, right? And he plays.
Yeah, so Ukes is gonna play now.
Yeah, that should. Well,
I think it depends.
There's also Pokeys, right? Isn't that good? POKEYS. I'm pretty sure.
Huh, I wouldn't be sure of that. That is a word, yeah.
It is good?
Oh,
okay, yeah.
And just YUK and peak. But I think he should play off more tiles here.
That is true. Yeah, but does Matt have anything from the P? That's what I'm wondering. That would score a lot.
Okay, Pokies comes down and Tug is going to go out. I think Joe is winning this game.
Yeah, Joe will win because he's got Tug.
Wait, how much is Wolds? That's 42. 12.
It's enough.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, after Wolds, Joe is still going to win by a little bit. WALDS.
Yeah, because Matt is not C-stuck.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. Joe can just go out and win.
Wait. So 42, he needs to. I think Joe will win by 2 if he plays TE and Tug, right?
Oh, but but after Wolds, he has Tugs for 10.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yep. So he won by 4.
Yeah. Huh. Wow. And that probably is Matt's best try. He might try to phony here.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you phony so that but then Joe is going to be like forced to challenge, and it's not going to work.
Well, you could hope
he'd have to try to make it so that if Joe doesn't challenge, it's a tie. That's the only way.
Right. All right. So we have to find a very creative play. I mean, it's hard to imagine scoring more than WALDS above Pokies.
Instead of Wilco, like Walcos or something. WALCOS and WE.
Walcos and WE.
Yeah. How about that?
I mean, that just loses.
That's not enough. Yeah. No. Yeah. It just loses to guts.
What about
Waldos? Like where's
P-claws? P-claws. I don't know what those would be.
Come on, no, it's just too ridiculous. Joe's not going to fall for that.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to give you more content for your phonies videos, Mac. Let's plug Mac's YouTube channel. Where is it?
Yeah, I think
Find it.
it's about time for another phonies video. Probably. I think I'm due. I'm going to run out though at some point. So definitely, if people have good phonies, then please do send them my way because I do
All
like
right, as
making
we
these
see
videos
a challenge. Yeah, that makes sense. Matt challenges
Oh,
because
okay.
he can't
Yeah.
win. He can't
That
win
actually
if
makes
Pokies
yeah,
is a
that actually
word.
makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that. Yep.
All right. Yeah, and obviously I can plug Mack Meller's YouTube channel, but we also want you guys to subscribe to Let's Play Scrabble. So if you're going to subscribe to Mac, you better be subscribed already.
At the end,
Yeah,
he challenged. He challenged Pokies.
Oh,
Yeah, he challenged Pokies.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. Because he knew if he played Volt, he was going to lose by a
Oh,
few.
yeah.
So he challenged. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he challenged.
It took so long. I didn't
Mhm.
realize he had the option. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
there's no way to say hold, so I thought about dropping it in chat, and I don't know the protocol on this app, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, great game, guys. So
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, really,
Others?
really interesting.
Don't think so. The first two exchanges were like maybe the most interesting turns of the game.
Yeah, I figured he's going to play an N or an R.
If he being
yeah. So I was hoping anyway, or an S.
Mhm.
So I figured I'd get something back. As it turned out, I didn't.
Yeah, Quotient was just like killer there.
Yeah.
That made the game for Joe.
But I
I've
wasn't
a couple of-
good. It was still an S. He could have bingoed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I've
well.
a couple of those. That shouldn't have happened, but okay today. But that's fine as long as it doesn't happen to me in a tournament. I thought about playing like Willock or something, like WILLACH at D1 after Pokies.
Oh,
Like, you can't challenge this.
we were talking about what sort of phony. Oh my god, look at this.
I had typed up a Willosh or Willock, and I'm like, I could get a phony by Joe. He can't challenge, but that's so ridiculous. So.
Yeah, I don't think he would have fallen for that.
Why wouldn't I challenge?
Because you lose the game if it's good. But on someone else, I think I'd do it.
Good. So why wouldn't I challenge?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, that
Thanks,
came
Joe.
up in the game against Chloe in New Mexico. Actually, it was in the end game, and she put an S on Mozette, MOZETTE. And if I challenged and it was good, I lose the game. But I was so sure it was not good that I challenged anyway for like 20 spread points.
Wow.
It didn't matter.
618 subs.
Highest spread in the
Yeah,
tournament.
exactly. That's true. And I ended up doing badly anyway, and the 20 spread points didn't matter. But yeah.
All right, goodbye to Jake in the chat. One more game left. Me versus Mac finals. Winner takes all. Congratulations, Mac. I'll just say that right here.
The jinx.
He's trying to make me overconfident.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's
So,
my sinister plan.
Yeah.
You want to change it?
Yeah, I'll go, and I'm going to just stop at the restroom on the way back. I'll be back in like 90 seconds.
Yeah, tough going there. That game for you, Matt. You played really well. Neither of us saw the play of Oval that you made.
Oh yeah,
That
was a
seemed
good little
pretty
ding.
good. Yeah, it was it was a good play, and an interesting opening exchange too.
Interesting. That's the way you put it. Oof. Okay.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have done that so quickly.
Oh yeah, no.
but-
I just commit. The first turn I almost
Nice.
always play in like 20 seconds or less.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean,
All right.
his next move was definitely super sus. Yeah, he exchanged keeping Gelati.
I mean, I figured after what came down, like it had to be, but yeah.
Cool.
All right. let's get a championship game going then. Josh versus Mac for the title of best Sunday Let's Play Scrabble stream dude.
Yeah. Oh man. I hope I play okay. That's all I care about.
Can't play worse than
I
me.
obviously care about winning, but the wins fade away sooner than the idea that I've been playing decent Scrabble. Cool. Yeah, thanks again to Let's Play Scrabble and Josh for this opportunity. Keep those subs going. We're really on a roll here with Scrabble content. I can't wait to see what's next. Matt, are you next? Are you going to be making some content?
No, what's next is next month. Next month we have 3 major Scrabble tournaments coming your way. 2 different national championships and a world championship, all in the month of July, all hosted here in the U.S. So we'll have some really cool stuff on the internet for those of you who like Scrabble. And I believe one of those is going to be featured right here on letsplayscrabble.com. It'll be in Albany, New York, beginning, I believe, June 30th, something like that. Over the week of July 4th. 10 grand for first prize.
Man, it's so soon. And I think it's going to be featured right here. So again, if you don't want to miss out on that,
smash that subscribe button.
And I'm starting my game. Goodbye, everybody. And good luck.
Good luck to you, Joe.
So I didn't hear. Can you hear me, Matt?
I can hear you just fine, Joe.
Okay, what did you exchange on your opening rat?
You holding sizes.
So, okay. Well, that makes perfect sense. Okay.
I think so too, right? I don't know what else you would do except exchange for UUIZ maybe.
No, that sounds fine. Sounds fine.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be all that interesting, to be honest. But all right, we got a championship game. It looks like FOU or FEU.
Yeah.
You got a preference between those, Joe?
It's hard for me to know at the start of the game. Yeah, FEU I think is slightly better, not duplicating. So.
Yeah, EOST, EEST, and all those EO versus EE. I always find those to be close and tough.
Yeah.
So I like FEU because you have that S. FEU takes the S. FOU does not. And so, just for that reason alone, I think maybe that's the reason you make this play. Seems like Mac agreed.
Right. Jow, I was looking at Jow. That looks good.
Yeah, set up that L. You don't want to hold double L's, but you're going to have a really good spot for it unless Mac drops that. And just like that, we've got a real tight game.
Yeah. But he's got a T if he wants to. Well, I'm not sure how he's going to use it.
Yeah, this is an exchange turn. The board is so dead. Your opponent's probably not going to do anything.
Yeah, exchange. I would exchange 4, actually. I would keep CAT. That's just me.
Maybe because you've got 3 L's, you're not going to double them more than likely. So ALT or even CALT is reasonable to do as well.
Yeah.
I'll give a shout out to Samantha, Mac's new biggest fan. She's also from Kentucky, so she's got to root for her hometown boy. Let's see. What did he exchange? ACLLW? Is that what it said? It's kind of blocked.
I can't see. I'm not. I don't know what to look at in my screen. So
gotcha. Yeah. Well, anyway. Definitely an exchange turn in my opinion. And 6 is going to play for a ton underneath. Yeah,
6 is the play.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to make like 60 or anything like that. SIXTE. Just keep it tight, keep it small, and we've got birther. It's a controversial word.
Birther looks.
It doesn't fit, but
no, it doesn't. Tough board. Either.
Yeah, I gotta score points.
Some tiles. Yeah, that looks good. I don't think it takes an S. Do you?
It does not. I checked yesterday. Actually, it just came up.
Sure
so it does not.
Deathy, if he wants to get rid of a few tiles, but that keeps vowels, so I'm not sure. OE, but I don't know. What else does he have?
Not much. Wow, this is a tough turn.
Eddie, but
Eddie
I'm not sure that really is good. A Y in the triple line invites 40-point plays, so I don't know about that.
And I mean, on a board this tight, you really don't want to give that up.
No, you don't. You don't. Deathy might be the best play. I don't know. 4, 5, 6, and 8. It's 28 points. You see 5 new tiles.
Yeah,
Maybe.
just not many other options. I mean, AYE on top of either exists as a play, but that's not one you want to make without the S. You're setting up an S you don't have
Yeah.
with a lead. You don't need that.
I mean,
S
he
is
might
already,
do it, but I wouldn't.
yeah.
Oh,
Odea,
dear.
that's it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good play.
That's a great play. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
better than anything we saw.
Yeah.
Right now, Brent stands out to me. I don't especially like holding PERV, but that scores really well.
Brent looks very nice. I don't see anything else, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just not, again, tight board. There's not a lot of options. Brent through the RE. I guess you could also play Brent down the J column, making OFT, but I haven't seen.
There is another play. No, I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Brevet. It's a lot more points. Well, no, it's some more points, but it's puts the T in the triple line, and that's very dangerous. But you do see 5 new tiles, so I don't know.
4 new
Okay, but
tiles.
who's
Yeah,
it? This is Josh's, and Josh is down a whole lot of points. Brevet might be the best play. It opens up the T and the triple line for the B.
yeah. When you're in Josh's boat, you like to set up S hooks, even though you don't have them. You have to assume you're going to draw stuff if you're down. The S is huge for the 12 line as well. You can bingo with XIS.
True.
So the
True.
S is going to be a very important tile in this game. And I mean, Brevet is a better way to turn over an additional tile. Brent's another way to make an S even more powerful. So I think both plays have good merit.
Yeah.
Just I feel like with Brevet, you get hit back with like ZT or COTS or something a lot. Oh, okay. So
well, that's a compromise. He's got the T. The other opponent has the T.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and he plays it very well. Kite is beautiful.
Whack. Portend is going to fit now, though.
Yep.
With K. And
I would be surprised if there's not a very nice bingo there. Theodary fits very nicely. Double letter and a Y at the end.
Yeah. Nice.
8, 9. Oh, no, the F doesn't do anything. Sorry.
Right.
Maybe there's a better one. Roadway. Roadway gets a couple more points. Roadway.
Zedaway. Roadway, RODEWAY.
Oh, it's ROAD. Never mind.
That's the hotel
Never
in
mind.
Niagara everybody stays at.
Yeah.
If you want to flex it and make the blank a Z, it's the same score as Feodary. There we go.
Okay,
you gotta make
Zedaway.
the blank a Z when you can, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Josh, bingos to feel like he has a chance, and then Mac smacks it right back out of his hand. But game's never over, as Josh proved in the game he played against me a few minutes ago.
Right. Errol, AIL, keeping Ryle.
Yeah, you've just got to get the board.
Got to keep the board open. So.
Yeah.
Although that does block. Maybe he should play elsewhere. It opens and blocks at the same time. More of a block than an open.
Right.
I'm not sure what he should do.
I think these plays are what separates the top players from the others, though. There's nothing stands out, but you got to do your very best with what exists. So you got to create another line, try to play something probably next to Zedawary or to one of those tiles just to get that quadruple.
Yeah.
Lip. Oh, that's a neat way to fork the board as well. Now
that's good. It keeps both lines. It opens up a new line and keeps the E light open there for ER.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a cool play. Again, I said these are the plays that separate the cream of the crop from the rest, and that's why
Gimlet
so much.
Gimlet is nice. Right next to Lip.
Knock out the double.
It's a nice block.
There's also Glime and LIPE if you're okay leaving the double open and just want to score, run some equity. The last thing you want to do when you're up 111 points is leave a double open, but Glime scores so well. That
7, 8, 9, 10, 28. Gimlet scores 8, 9, 18, 22, 24. I would play Gimlet because it's more of a block.
Yeah, that G's up for the rest of the game too. That's that's going to be a good way to address a big threat.
Yeah.
I think of the two, I prefer Gimlet as well. But I think either play has merit again.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, he can play Gimlet on the bottom, too. Oh, no, he can't. Never mind. Never mind.
But also play Miggle and Light.
If he really wants to open it up, and, well, he's ahead by over 100, so I'm not sure he'd want to do that. It's a play, though. If it was an open S, he'd have Migglist, if that's good. No, it's Micklist. Never mind. Or he could play Grim for 27.
There's also that, yeah. There's 5 ends unseen, so the ING is a possibility to draw. Not like it fits on the board, but maybe it will next turn.
Yeah. Glime. He likes Glime. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. No need to open a triple with Miggle, even though it's going to be a hard one to hit. You just don't need to make that possibility happen when you're up 140.
Right.
And
nothing's going underneath of any value.
You're probably going to make a play like Awa.
Whale? No, I can't play Whale. What were you saying?
Maybe a play like Awa. You got a couple spots for it down the N line next to Zetoary, or making AL with Lipe. But
yeah, that looks real good.
Or down there, smash the points. Yeah, I just noticed that too.
Yeah. I. Coif. There's the play.
Oh yeah, COIF is. Oh, that's a killer. Yeah.
39, 48, 53. Gets him within range anyway.
No, that puts the game out of reach. That was Mack's turn. That's a
yeah, Alien or Aileron. Does he play it somewhere?
They don't fit. What a bummer.
Yeah.
I could see him dropping the O and just playing OOF. He's got the L, he's got the R. There's only one L, 2 R's in the bag. Perhaps.
That's a creative play. That's very nice.
But, I mean, you're kind of knocking out or obscuring your own double-double that you've got open. But, I mean, what else do you do in this situation?
That's an excellent question.
Lingo down to the GO is terrible, but it's something. It opens a triple, opens another bingo line. But at this point, down 170, it's tough to get back in these games.
Yeah. I think Oof is a really nice play, and it's something that it's thematic in this kind of position.
Right.
I like Oof. But he wants to get points.
Yeah, ALOE or Lone or something scores a little bit better. I mean, at this point, you need to keep yourself in the game and somehow hit a bingo.
And score. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta score. Or bingo twice.
Well, this Mac doesn't have a whole lot.
Guide.
Guide.
EL. I play it right away.
Guide, yeah.
Make that double-double go away finally. And the G is, in front. You can front hook it with one of the 5 unseen A's, but, you don't have a better blocking tile than that.
No, Guide has got to be the play.
You could play Guild through the L instead. There's ING bingos that will only score 62 or so that can get hit back. But if you don't like, setting up the parallel 7s, you could play Guild instead.
Yeah, true. He also keeps the T. Yeah, Guide. Okay.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Uh-huh.
Josh can play Ritz to the Z and Zetoary for 6, but it does open this board in a way that nothing else is going to be able to do for him. He's going to have to bingo twice for sure, maybe even 3 times after a play like that, or twice and a big
I think there is still an F out. So if he does play Ritz, Fritz is still open.
No F's out.
Well, there's one on the board. I don't think I see another. Right?
There's Quaff.
Oh, both of them. Oh, Coif. Right. Yeah. Okay. No F's. So Ritz is pretty
Ironically,
safe.
if Josh had played oof last turn,
There we go.
guide would have just been a more devastating play. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that.
when it rains, it pours in
pours.
Scrabble,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what's going on here. At this point, if I'm Josh, I roll over, I play zit, and just lose.
Yeah. Nothing left here. I mean, there's a blank. Maybe he can come within 100 if he's really lucky. But with that rack,
Yeah. And who'd have thunk that first game we had against or Mac and Joe and earlier in the tournament, that was a killer game. And then after that, we've had quite a few of these,
yeah.
I wonder if there's any kind of word Josh can fish for that ends in ZZ to bingo to the Z and Zetawary. Oh my goodness. Mac is
Another
gonna
one, Echo Tour.
Yeah.
Echo Tours.
Echo Tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's one to the, I don't know. And
What did I say? When it rains, it pours.
when it rains, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, he's going to see Echo Tour because it uses the C. So
Exactly. Yeah.
he's not going to miss that.
He's Mac. He's going to see everything and just choose,
Yeah.
And only 4 vowels unseen in the bag. That's probably what's giving him a little bit of pause right now. But Josh has only one of them.
So he's got Czar, if nothing else.
Yeah, still got zit. Just something to play, I guess.
Yeah, well, Czar is a little more.
Czar.
TZAR to the R in Echo Tours.
Oh yeah, that is a little bit better. Yeah, it plays off your only A, so you might end up B stuck after it.
I mean, at this point.
Oh, you've got Velved down at the bottom. Yeah, you're probably not getting V stuck. Okay. He's probably more worried about Mac bingoing again, passing or pausing or something like that, so he can't open anything.
You think he'd be thinking about that? Okay. Oh, he plays there. That's even better. That's even better. He has phasing if he wants to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's only 5 tiles left, all consonants, so he can do what he wants.
Yeah. Josh is probably trying to set up the possibility of phasings, which is no good. I just checked it, but the triple, to let Mac score 700 in this game or 680 or something.
We should mention that Mac does have a bingo, but it's not going to play.
Right. Wow. Drub City, the most anticlimactic championship game.
Shaping. Yeah, it's better than phasing, right?
Josh can play Velved 10B or something. Josh can just drop his S at the end of shaping and see if it's good. It is not. But...
Yeah, he could. That's true. That would be worth 10, 14, 42. He would save himself a little bit.
But he has to make a valid play to break 300 this game.
That's true.
And not only that, he has to score at least 3 points.
All right, he made it.
He did it. All right, well, that's going to do it. Mac's just going to drop this U for probably 4 points. And Mac is our champion of the day with a 3-1 record, but far more spread than Josh, who is going to end up with, I think, a 3-1 minus 200. Minus 180 or something like that. Not often you see that record, but
yeah.
Damn, it checking out a slipe, really. Good game, Mac. Nice job.
Yeah, that was a bagging. I mean,
oh my god, I was like, I felt dead so early. Well done.
Yeah, well, it was funny because after FEU, I kept EOST and I drew QSX, which at first I was like, oh no, I didn't want the Q and the X, but like it just so happened that based on what you did. Like I was going to play SUQ anyway, and then you made it score even more points, and then I was just able to sort of keep scoring and keeping it tight. So it just worked out really, really well.
Yeah. Cool,
Yep.
Cool.
But, yeah. I mean,
anything you guys think I should have done differently?
It doesn't matter.
Brave and Brevet. Like I don't really know. I could have played the T as well, but
Yeah, there was also
This is true.
Brent if you wanted to try to strengthen the S on the board. The S was already super strong for the 12 line, but you don't want to hold PV together.
Right.
I think Brev, or yeah, with the play you made was a really nice one, and it just didn't work out with what Mac had. He got to play kite and hold the blank and just crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the only turn,
you just
Ah, that was annoying.
the only turn for me I was kind of thinking about was Glime. I mean, because Lib was a good play. It sort of forked the board. I wasn't 100% on Miggle. I'm not gonna lie. So I saw that and Gimlet, but the bottom line is I feel like a little bit easier because like ED, ES, so many things fit there. I figured I would play Glime and then deal with the other line next. I don't think at that point I'm so likely to win. It probably doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, if you were 100% on Miggle, do you think you would have played it there, Mac?
I do think I would have with EL probably just to take out the double line, because also if Josh Bingo's on the bottom, then it scores a little less and it probably will give back a little bit more to me. So I do think if I were 100%, I'd probably play it, but I could have also obviously played Miggle with Lipe, but after he plays off 2 tiles, I'm not going to put an M in the triple line like that.
Right. So you'd have played Miggle at E6 and EL. Got it.
I believe if I were 100% on it, I probably would have. But I mean, that being said, I don't think it's a particularly huge deal one way or another.
Right. Kind of when you've got that lead, you do almost anything except open a triple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is none of Hasping's phasings or shapings a word?
None of them. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was hoping he would bingo out with like shapings or phasings and win with like a 700.
I literally said that. I'm like,
if I had an S, I would have definitely tried it because I wasn't positive.
Sad. All right, guys. Well, I have to head off. Well done to Mac. This was really fun. Thanks again to Josh. Please keep subbing to this channel. More stuff like this coming. You should subscribe to Matt's YouTube channel, Mac's YouTube channel,
Josh's YouTube channel, and Josh on Twitch
channel too. Yeah. If you like watching Scrabble, there's a lot of it. So check us out. Shameless self-endorsement there. I haven't posted a video in like 6 years, but I might do some soon. I just graduated. I have a little bit more time now. And back on this channel in a couple weeks, we'll have a big tournament in Albany. A lot of the top players are going to be there. I believe Mac and Josh will both be there. Joe, are you going as well?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Well, 3 out of 4, and I'll be here doing commentary. If you want to watch somebody who's okay at this game talk about people who are really good at this game. So smash that subscribe button, set your calendars, check it out on crosstables.com. Big tournament in Albany. Thanks to everybody for showing up today and crushing me in Scrabble. It was fun. Good games. Thanks to Let's Play Scrabble and Josh Greenway behind the scenes. And thanks to everybody who's there watching as well.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. We should do it again soon.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, with that, we're signing off.